Welcome to the Mary Boozer's channel, guys. It's a great night to be here. Mrs. Boozer behind the camera as always, running all the magic. Papa's not here tonight with us. He was going to skip this one. He's not too much into trucks. This is more me and Lori's thing. But who knows? Maybe we'll get him converted here before long. So a little different tonight. Horizon Hobby had a sale going on the Vaterra 1972 Chevy Suburban, and I could not resist it. So I went on ahead and picked it up. You haven't really seen him in the past from us, but I do play with RC crawlers. Here's one of the ones that I built. This was a kit one, and then we've got another one over here. And there's even a little guy hiding out of shot right here. So I figured we'd talk a little bit about RC crawlers tonight and have some fun. Yeah, there you go, Lori, backing the camera up for me a little bit. And we talk about some RC trucks, and I got a new one, so why not unbox it? This is the Mary Boozer RC channel, of course, so we don't always have to do airplanes every night. I still have them everywhere, and you're still going to see flight videos from us and everything, but hey, you know, if you're into RC, you're into RC. And I know that a lot of the guys up north right now, you can't fly airplanes, but if you had a truck, you can play with your truck still in the backyard and have just as much fun with your buddies. Whatever. Once again, it's always better to play with these with friends. So, hence why I have so many of them. So when I go out to play, a lot of my friends don't have trucks. I can say, here, play with mine. And we can go have a good time. So, to talk about one elephant in the room tonight, wrenches. We had a wrench reform today. So if you don't have one now, don't worry. They may be back shortly. But we went from about 100 wrenches to about 20. And it's not because we don't love each and every one of you or anything like that. We just did that because we had some people that were kicking people out when we didn't really think they should be kicked out and things like that. And so we're going back down to having like 20 of them. We don't mean it as anything bad. Come hang out with us still and have fun. I still have control of it, so you can have it one day and not have it the next. It's just how it is. But we just went down to a little bit less. So anyway, that's how that's going to be. I'm going to leave that there. I'm sure I'll get asked about it again tonight, but that's just how it is. So without further ado, let's start talking some RC trucks. So I have been doing RC trucks for a long time. I got into it. I had a trackless Rustler, was my first truck when I was like 13. Papa's in here. He'll tell you I ran it all over the yard, tore up the driveway to no other. Had a lot of fun with it. And then I actually had two Rustlers and I had a T-Max. And I had a lot of fun with all of them, but then I got bigger and went to college and stuff, and the trucks kind of went away. And since we've been back into RC, I wanted something for when people have their friends over or our friends come over and they've got kids or whatever else and they see all the airplanes and they want to play with stuff. And I'm like, here, take the truck, play with it. And the nice thing about the crawlers, I love the scale details and things, but they're slow enough that the kids don't normally tear them up, is the nice thing about that too. Not to say you can't fix them. All the ones you see on the table, this is an Axial XCS10, and this is a Wraith over here. Both of them have massive part support. You can buy any piece for it if you break something. Customization is a ball with them. And yeah, I love RC trucks. I really have a good time with them. Just to throw it out also, we do have some new layouts on here. So we've given away from the rivets and we decided we'd start playing with some airplanes and other things in the outside of the screen. So hopefully everybody's really liking the way it looks. Somebody got them an Arma Outcast. I've heard that is a fantastic truck. And I know for a fact that Pilot Ryan has actually got a bunch of trucks too now. And he might pop in later tonight and talk about some of the stuff he's been running. So he's more into the basher trucks, whereas I'm more into the scale crop crawlers and stuff. Not to say I won't do a basher truck. They're a lot of fun. I just don't like fixing them. And every time I get one, I drive it like a madman and end up breaking one. So that's why, I mean, I got into the crawlers. I like the slow competition stuff with them, and it's a lot of fun. So hopefully some of you guys have tried it, maybe not. Anyway, that's how it is. So without further ado, let's start unboxing our brand new truck. You know what's funny about when you buy a truck is there's no assembly usually. Unless you buy a kit version, they usually come right out of the box and you play with them. It's that easy. But have I tried the Armor yet? An Arma? I have not tried the Arma Creighton or the Arma anything yet. I'm still fairly new to trucks, guys, and I thought this would be kind of fun. A little adventure with everybody to say, hey, I'm getting into RC trucks, come along for the ride. You know, it's something different from time to time. Like I said, RC trucks is something you can get into with you, your kids, whoever, because you can play with them together and not worry about tearing them up as easily. They're not quite as fragile as an airplane. Like you wouldn't take your airplane and drop it, but this thing, it don't hurt it at all. So you don't have to worry about tearing them up near as much. But it's a lot of fun. And I'm trying to kind of check the comments. You know, you got to see the pictures of the guys that were sitting in here as we first started. And we have a couple of them down here right now. When we were flying this weekend, I got to meet up with the RC Informer up in Ocala for a fly-in. And we got to fly the F7F FMS Tiger Cats together. And we had so much fun. Me and Rich fly really well together, and I can't wait to share the videos of us flying together because it was awesome. We were coming down, and he'd say, all right, I'm going inverted, and he'd flip it over. We were right on top of each other all the way down the runway. It made for some great, awesome videos, and I cannot wait to share them with you guys. But we still have a video of the Fiesler Storch coming, and I believe that is probably going to come out either tomorrow or the next day. So I know everybody's wanting to see it fly. We had the issues with it right off the bat, and then we got it fixed, and now we finally have flown it, so you will be seeing it soon. And I'm trying, like I said, to keep up with the comments. Normally while Dad's talking, I get to read the comments, but not tonight. 6S, get really expensive really quick. I agree, especially with toy trucks. You know, the one I've always wanted is the Traxxas, the big one. What the heck's it called? Somebody in here knows what I'm talking about, but the big massive one, the X-Max. I've always wanted to try that truck. It looks like so much fun. But yeah, anyway, I figured I'd kind of start talking about them a little bit tonight, and we could look at some trucks together. So without further ado, let me spin this around so the box art's the correct way, and we will start getting into an RC truck. First one on the channel. This is exciting, guys. And if you like what you see tonight, this truck is $150 off right now. This is on sale. We put a link in the description, but these are on sale right now currently for $199, which is a smoking deal on an RC crawler from a reputable brand. I mean, it is a smoking deal. So anyway, like I said, the link is going to be in the description to this truck if you're interested. Lori's doing something to me. Just tell me.
Keep talking for a second.
Okay. Anyway, she said wait for a second to start unboxing because she's doing something on. She forgot to put the text on the top shot. She's fixing it right now. But anyway, it's a smoking deal. If you've ever been on the fence about getting you a rock crawler, this is a great way to get a very high-end truck for the price of a smaller entry-level truck for a rock crawler. And this one is loaded with scale details. It comes with lights. You get your controller, your battery. Everything comes in this kit. As far as I know, we'll find out here in a second, but I think this comes with everything. I think it comes with a charger, all of that for the $199. Wasn't 100% sure when I ordered it. I just saw it for the price. I was like, I don't care, I'm getting one, because you never see these trucks for that cheap. But yeah, anyway, are we ready, Lori?
Yeah.
All right, top shot. Here we go. So, beautiful box as always. This is a Horizon Hobby product. This is an officially licensed body too, which is awesome because you see a lot of them that are the fantasy bodies. So here is your box art. and it's the Chevy Suburban. This is also LiPo ready right out of the box, and you can't read that. Let's see, show you that side of the box. 19 something Suburban. I know nobody cares about the box too much, but there it is. Ah, look at it. I love the paint job too on these older pickup trucks and stuff. This is so cool. And I love the fact that it comes put together. You don't got to do nothing. Alright, so this box right here is going to have our transmitter in it. I think this comes with the battery because I think this is the ready to run version. Maybe not. I could have been wrong on that. Watch out. Here's the transmitter you get with it. 2.4 Spectrum technology, of course, like we're used to. But here's your controller as it comes out of the box. And like I said, I am definitely not the RC car master by any means, but I want to show you from the beginner's perspective with me on RC trucks. So here we go. So these are all your sub trims for your throttle, your steering. Most of these come with like a high and low for speed, so you can hand it to the kid and they don't tear it up. There you go. One thing they don't provide in the kit, gotta have your own batteries for the transmitter. 4 AA's. And there's that. And Lori, let me know. I can't watch the comments as much tonight, so if anybody has a question for me, just let me know. I'm going to slide the truck over out of the way. You don't get to see it just yet. I know that's the part everybody wants to see, but we're going to see what else is in there. Because I believe this comes with the batteries and everything, which makes it, that's why I said it's such a good deal right now. Oh, it does come with the transmitter batteries. I didn't think it did. Normally the trucks don't come with them. But this one did. And I can't get into the package like normal. But if you...
Papa said he was alive in 1872.
1872? What?
I think he meant 1972.
1972? Looks like you get an extra bumper mount. Believe that's what that is. You get some extra servo arms. These are the plastic ones. I will normally upgrade these to the aluminum servo arms right out of the box. So that is usually the one weak spot on these trucks, but just in case you don't want to, they give you 3 of them. So you should have plenty for the first little bit to not have to worry about. There's your AA batteries. Everybody knows what those are. This little wrench, it comes with a couple little tools to work on your truck. This little wrench is to take the tires on and off of all these trucks. And it's like a little 4-way from what you've seen on like taking tires off of trailers and cars and stuff. It's a 4-way for the little trucks though. Really neat. Keep these, don't ever lose them. They're handy as can be. And it comes with a couple little Allen keys in there too. And being that this has a Spectrum receiver in it, you get a bind plug. Because you can bind this up to your ground transmitters from Horizon Hobby. I do not have one, but I do want one, so you might see me review one of those eventually. And I thought maybe it didn't come with the battery. I swore it did. I'm trying to open this up just to make sure. Well, I guess it didn't come with a battery, so you do have to supply your own battery then on this one. Which is odd because this said it was ready to run. And normally ready to run means they come with a battery.
The website says needed to complete a battery.
Ah, there you go. The website says needed to complete as a battery. So, you do need a battery. And like I said, I am definitely not the RC car guy. But I want to be. So here we go. We're going to learn on them together. Thought it'd be fun. This is actually Mrs. Boozer's new truck, not Wesley's. So she's been wanting to get a scale crawler to play with me because I've got the little red one here. So we got her this one to play with. But there's your manual. We don't need no stinking instructions. Alright, let's get this box out of the way and let's get to the meat and bones of what we actually got. Here we go. So, there's our pretty little truck. And, you gonna go front, Lori? Check it out, guys. How cool does that look? The little Suburban. It's got nice, squishy, nice tires. These are very sticky too, so I'm sure this is going to crawl really well. Another fun thing is, I mean, look at the flex on the body. It's got nice flex to it. Really cool. So here's always the most satisfying part. Peeling the plastic off. Keep this little piece of plastic though. These are good for stuff. I know I'm silly about that, but I keep those pieces of plastic. Anyway, let's get into the truck now. So 4 body clips to take it off. Lori, would you like to put us on top and zoom in on the truck a little bit maybe?
Sure.
So I can take this off. I'm going to watch the comments for just a second. How's guys liking this so far? Oh, never mind, the comments went away. Give me a minute.
You want me to do something and then you watch
Yeah,
the
sorry.
comments?
Just zoom in on it. Yeah, there you go. Make it just a hair bigger than that. Just a little bit more. We're trying some new stuff here.
Uh-oh.
What?
I'm going to fix something.
Oh, that's okay. You can do it for now. They don't have to see that.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, you can fix it in a minute. Here we go. All right, so we're going to pull the body pins out for a second. And if I can grab it. My fat fingers don't like taking these things out. Ow! It poked me. These are fresh body pins. They don't want to come out. Arrgh. I usually put these little rubber things on here to make it easier to pull them out. Which, like this, just to show you. They sell these little things that go on the end of the body clips. There we go. We should focus, but anyway, they sell these little rubber things, so you just pull on these. Makes your life a whole lot easier, but you lose some of the scale detail of your truck. But when you're just trying to go out and crawl and play, it doesn't matter that much. You can do the body clip delete if you really want to be a super scale truck. And there it goes. I was trying not to shoot it across the road. Alright, here we go. So the body comes off. Oop, I forgot. It has lights though, so you gotta unplug them as you take it apart. And now that we got this, I can bring the truck up here and really show it to you. Beautiful paint job on this. And it is a licensed Chevrolet body, so you get the actual Chevy emblem in it. And these lights do turn on. I can probably turn them on here in just a second for you guys. You can see how they wired the lights right out of the box. So it's got the little buckets, and you've got your marker lights work, and your headlights work on this kit. And I probably got a battery around here that I can hook into it so y'all can see it. And there's the back bumper. I love how they're doing these chrome bumpers now too. They look great. And it's a beautiful paint job. I really like the color. Lori didn't know about it at first, but when she saw it, she was like, I love the color. So since this is her truck, I guess that's a good thing. There's that. So, let's see here. Set that off to the side for a second. Here's the actual truck, guys. So you have your battery tray here. It has these little, let's see. It has these little clips in right here that actually unscrew out so you can fit a bigger battery in here. And oh my gosh, on like a 5000 3S battery or whatever, this is probably a 2S pack, sorry. So on like a 2-cell LiPo 5000, you can run this thing all day on one battery. It's crazy. So there's the, let's see, trying to get this to where you can see it. The front servo. All metal links up here in the front for your drivetrain. These are metal links. You got a chromed pumpkin housing. Waterproof receiver housing. So your antenna comes out right here. And then this box is waterproof and the receiver's down in there. And then you have your speed controller right here that's also waterproof. It's got a 35 turn brushed motor on this. Now I know a lot of you guys are used to brushless, and on the faster trucks that's great. But on the slower crawler trucks, your brushed motor has a lot more torque. And that's why they use the brush motor still on the crawlers, is these are made more for slow speed and to go crawling with. So that's why you use the brushed motor. So then you go into your transmission, and then It actually has a really nice 4-link suspension on the back. Your drive shaft comes down out of your transmission. And I'm going over this like we're all new here, guys, so I want y'all to know what it is, but that's a 4-link suspension. And then you have a nice 3-link suspension up in the front. So you have 1 link here, 1 link here, 1 link here, and then your drive shaft. So this is a 3-link suspension. But yeah, like I said, nice squishy, nice and squishy tires. You get that beautiful scale look to them. I mean, they did a great job on this. It's actually an aluminum chassis. So all your rails on here are aluminum. The links are plastic, but I don't mind plastic links. They bend and they don't break. So that's one thing I like plastic over aluminum on a lot of this stuff. On an aluminum, when you hit them real hard, they'll bend and then they stay bent. Whereas the plastic usually will bend and then come right back. So it's not as big a deal on the crawlers, but on the faster trucks, it's something you got to look at. Oil-filled shocks right out of the box. Real cool, real cool.
Squish the tires.
Squish the tires some more. I mean, they're real squishy, guys. I wish I could get some airplane tires like that, huh? You can, you just got to pay for them. So, let me see here, Lori. Is our special person there ready? I don't have my headset on, so I got to put it on. Anyway, is there any comments, questions right now that I've missed? I've been kind of watching this out of the. We've all been kind of watching other things at the moment, but I want to not make sure I don't leave any of you guys behind. So I'm trying to catch up on the. If your truck's, Lori, why aren't you on the camera? That's right, Lori, why aren't you on the camera? This is your truck. Lori doesn't like to be on the camera too much, so I don't force her to it.
What kind of battery connectors?
Battery connector out of the box is, what do they call that? EC5, the blue connector.
3.
I'm not plugged in.
That could be why you can't.
That'd be why. Alright, let me pull this over here. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties for just a second.
It's not a Boozer show without a technical difficulty.
That's right. So, EC5 connector, I believe this is rated for 2S right out of the box. I will double check the manual here in just a second, guys. Like I said, I'm still kind of new to the crawler world. I know what my 2 that I have are rated for because I've read the manuals, but this one showed up on the doorstep today, and I said, I can't live without it, and why not show it tonight? We did have a guest planned for this evening, but he didn't make it. He was having some issues, and hey, next week's always another week, right? So, are we ready?
Yeah.
So, guys, I'm going to bring on I can't talk for a second. I'm going to bring somebody on you all know, and he's going to talk about some of his trucks that he's been bashing around. So, without further ado, let's go Pilot Ryan. What's up, man?
Hello? What's going on?
Ready. Not much, man.
What's that?
Threw you off there for a second. Were you not ready?
Well, I'm ready. I just don't see anything.
Oh,
I'm
well,
sure.
we didn't
Lori.
know that.
Yeah, can you help me?
Yeah, we can get you some.
I mean, I could
visuals.
see on my phone.
No.
So Jeff's Custom RC, I see your question. Hobby Zone does not have the truck that Wesley has. I looked for it because you know me, I'd have had the link to him. But I did drop a link to the truck that I have.
I guess that Horizon's only got this one right now, and they've got it on special. I didn't know if your link worked with it. I did a Horizon with the affiliate thing. I don't know. But
yeah, no, I got nothing with that, but that's okay. I can kind of see now. I can't see on my end, Lori, but I can see on my phone.
Oh, I don't know what's
Are
going
you
on.
screen sharing?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got me on Skype, but
I don't
and
know.
I'm not using my big fancy camera because I knew we would have trouble with the audio if I did. But yeah, so that crawlers, they're definitely a different animal, it looks like. And you know, I think it's kind of cool. Wesley reached out to me and we talked about this truck stuff a little bit, and we're a little bit curious if and slightly apprehensive how you guys are going to receive trucks, but You know what, man? The hobby's about having fun, and I'm having fun with these trucks. And I know a guy who does video, so I think I'm gonna figure out putting a playlist up on these things. And here's my truck. Can you see me? Because I really don't see what you're seeing.
Yeah, we can see you right now. We're looking right at you. And Lori's going to try and get it over to you. Do you have your Skype window open?
Yeah.
So, do I need to click something that I'm not clicking?
No, it should be-
Screen share. Try and share it to him again.
Hey, there it is.
There we go.
How do I make it big?
Click on it.
Just once?
Maybe.
Nothing happened.
The fun of the internet, right? We haven't
Hey,
done
there
this.
it is.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, there we go. We got it.
All right, cool. So, Wesley knows that I'm new to this too, right? And I think it's just so much fun. I've been eyeballing them for about a year. I think it's Wayne Lee 630, one of our early hanger rack community guys. I talked to trucks about like a year or so ago. But there's so many choices right now, and I'm just going to talk about this one because it's really about the only thing I know. I've done a lot of research. I've been watching a lot of videos. And Wesley's super knowledgeable about them actually, too, which is really some of the things that I was thinking about when I was shopping, and I think we'll talk about some of that.
Oh, yeah,
but,
definitely.
This thing usually is $219. It's $199 right now at Hobby Zone. I put the link in earlier. I'll put it in again or something. But this one is ready to run. Came with the battery. It's a crazy nickel metal. And I've been talking about it on the show because I'm actually so pumped. So this comes with the nickel metal 8.4 deal.
Right.
It's got mine has a Dean's connector on it out of the box. It's a brushed setup in here. But what I think the coolest thing is how you just pull a jump pin on the ESC and you can run LiPo.
Can you top shot yet, Lori? I was going to see
So,
if you can show it. I've got that pin.
I think that's great.
I'm going to show that pin here in just a second. If Lori's got it set up. Yeah, she does. Oh, no. You got Ryan on the
So
other
I'm going to pull the body off.
Yeah, no,
and you can see how substantial the basher truck, and there's leaves and dirt and all kinds of stuff.
You've been bashing it.
Dude, I've been having a blast. So there's a lot going on with the body, and this Arma stuff is amazing, and I can't believe it's only $200. So when you run LiPo on this, and it's got a brushed motor, like you were talking about earlier. This one's brushed. It's got these plastic shock towers. Everything's plastic, really, except for like the
drive shafts usually.
Yeah, even that stuff is. So I'm just over the moon that I can run LiPos in this thing.
Here you go, Lori.
And it's tough as nails. It's taken some abuse. But the more I learn about these trucks, I'm also learning that if you want to really do some crazy jumping and things like that, you probably want to start looking at the 4S and 6S stuff.
Yep. And I was going to show them real quick, Ryan. This is that pin we were talking about a second ago, guys. On these ESCs, there's usually this little pin right here. You can take that out and move it to LiPo or nickel metal hydride. So you just pick what setting you want, and I don't know if that's coming across good to you guys. I can't get it to focus on it, but there's a little pin right here on the ESC, and you just move it from this side to that side, depending on if you're going to use LiPo or if you're going to use nickel metal hydride.
That's right. And I got so this thing is a 2400 milliamp battery. And you can run it for a while, but I can't just deal with one battery. So I bought two RC Jetworks 5,000 milliamp packs that LiPo 2S that I know are going to be awesome. And I'm going to run those in here, and then I'm going to make the determination what I'm going to get next, because I'm hooked on these things. So just so you know, it's super fun. I want to call this one out, though, because I think it's really neat that there's two offerings. So this one, like I said, $199. It's basically a 2S LiPo truck, brushed motor. You can get the same exact truck, 3S brushless motor, but it's $100 extra, and it's not going to come with a battery. So being a guy who really doesn't know what he's getting into, I went for like total value, total package, and I'm just over the moon. I mean, with our planes, we have to treat them like they're
Oh my gosh, yeah.
ballerina, like made out of porcelain. But this, I just
Yep,
drop
throw
it,
it,
no big
whatever.
deal.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just I'm over the moon. It's so dirty. Um,
It's fun, right?
Me and my kid. Oh my gosh, I love it. Dude, let me tell
That's
you.
what I was saying. You could give your kids the thing and say, go have fun. And they usually can't break it. And if they do, it's not that bad to fix them normally. Usually you lose an A-arm, which is the A-arm is this front piece right up here where it smacks something and it snaps that little plastic piece. And the new...
Oh, you mean like this? Mine's broke right there. Something.
Right.
But it doesn't affect the driving at all.
But it's cheap to fix, usually.
And you know what? Just like I always thought airplanes are great for teaching kids physics by, mistake, I think you can teach kids mechanics on this because, you know what's neat about the ARMA stuff is these, the differentials and the gearing. It's like metal, even on this one.
Yep.
But so depending on what I feel about the 2S LiPo in here, if it really wakes it up, I'll be satisfied and I'll make a bigger jump. But Rafi kind of wants me to have a truck just two that are kind of the same. So I might get the 3S version, and then we'll have, of course, whoever has the 3S truck is going to win if we're racing. But we've got a BMX track real close to us.
Oh my gosh! And I've been launch them.
Oh my gosh! I've been over there already bashing, and I'm figuring out how to capture the film. And it's the only time you're gonna really ever hear me being okay with like hat cam kind of stuff. But so pumped, and there's so much to learn. And just like the airplane business, there's guys who give you good value on this.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's guys that don't. I think Wesley and I both want to bring you along on our journey.
We do, and guys, me and Ryan have both been talking about the RC trucks for a while, and we were hoping you guys would enjoy it. I know it's winter time right now. There's a lot of guys that can't fly, and you can go out in the backyard with any kind of truck and have a good time, no matter what the weather is. If it snows, you just throw in rooster tails of snow everywhere, and it's a lot of fun.
I've been running it every day at least once.
And they're so much fun.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, and it's waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
It's waterproof, man.
Can
you believe it?
I washed this one out in the sink, like straight up, like spraying it out, cleaning it. And it doesn't hurt it. It still fire right up and keep going. Because, it was caked in mud the other day. We went out like mud bogging with it. It was hilarious.
That's awesome. Mine came with a little tactic controller.
Mm-hmm.
So man, you were talking about the X-Max.
Oh man, I've been looking at that for a long time, and I've always wanted one.
They have the 8S and then the 6S that'll run on 4S.
Right. But see, if you get the 8S, it runs on two 4S packs.
Right, which is also dope. But guess what? It's like $800 or $900.
But it's like $800 or $900 truck. It's like saying FMS Tiger Cat or Flightline Tiger Cat. If you got the coin,
So anybody, I hear you. So this is a good point Wes made to me earlier. So right now the X-Max apparently has been around for a minute, and I hope everybody's cool with this. But we're talking about trucks like we do trucks.
Hey, we BS about this. You guys don't even hear our conversations. Like me and him call each other like twice a week, and we talk for like an hour about stuff all outside of RC airplanes. We talk about trucks, boats, whatever. RC, we're in love with it.
So this is like if I'm in a dilemma, this is what's not helping. Go ahead, knock it off, I dare you.
Boom tech.
So the 8S Creighton from ARMA is supposedly it's not supposedly 100% is the Traxxas X-Max competitor.
Right.
And we were talking about how the Traxxas X-Max has, even at that size, has plastic chassis.
It has a plastic chassis,
and some folks will piss on that because of it, but the reality, and you mentioned it earlier, and I wouldn't have thought so until you said it. But I did watch Kevin Talbot, who's got a huge channel.
Oh man, yeah, he is the truck
That
guy.
guy's a lot of fun. He's a bashing fool, and for what he does to his trucks, you would expect things to break and bend. But he did the 8S Creighton and completely bent up the chassis.
Yeah, he said first jump.
Yeah, because it's aluminum. Where, like you mentioned, the Traxxas stuff or plastic Arma body chassis will flex.
They'll flex and bend right back.
Return to neutral, right? So the best Creighton, in my mind, after talking to you, is the 6S one because it's got the plastic body that's going to act like the Traxxas.
And it's been around forever. And guys...
And you can run it on 4. You can run it on 4S.
Yeah, 4S. But that truck's been around for a while. And, excuse me, that's kind of the truck that Arma Tough, everybody talked about that. And that's the truck that kind of put it on the map. That you could just beat the heck out of it. And it just kept going.
What looks awesome? So I think when you look at the Traxxas X-Max, you're seeing almost like a Stampede, a taller truck. Thinking about center of gravity being high a little bit, where the truck's going to be a little more rolly. Where the low stuff like the Creighton or that Rustler is going to sit down in it more and be less apt to roll. So the best answer for me, I'm super high. I keep looking at the wrong camera. Sorry.
It's okay.
I want to look at the good one, but the shutter's closed, and I got you on the...
You need to point your camera down so you don't have to have that thing as a parrot.
It's crazy, right? But the Notorious, isn't that a 6S truck?
Wait, a Notorious? I don't remember. I can't keep all the trucks straight.
It's got a classic-looking body to it, right. And they call it...
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's that brown one.
They got a brown, a blue, and a black, and they call the paint something different. So they paint the inside of the truck body silver and then the outside blue or black or whatever. So when you do scuff it up and stuff, it kind of has this natural weathering deal.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. But, dude, check out the 6S. I think it's a 6S Notorious. And it's Arma, and because of that, it being the 6S, it's still the plastic bodies.
Right.
So, again, it's like $550. Yeah. I'm just like, oh god.
Trucks can get expensive quickly. You'll find that out. There are the budgeter friendly ones, but when you start getting anything 10th scale, $600-$700 usually.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was tickled with $200 ready to run on this, and I gotta continue to thank RC Sailor sent me a truck. It was like a desert buggy thing, and it's a no-name brand.
Is it green?
No, you want to see it?
Yeah, let's see it. What the heck? This is the RC car show tonight. We're talking RC cars. Let's see it.
And we got a guy in here that's all about them. Crawlers RC.
Crawlers
RC.
Yeah, we got Copters and Crawlers RC in here.
That doesn't work when you walk away plugged in.
You get hung up. Guys, anyway, we're having a good time. I hope y'all are enjoying this tonight. Like I said, it's something a little different, I'm loving it.
I was told to tell you need a maiden, or film the maiden of
Film the maiden of the truck. Yeah. I think I saw that on their channel a while back.
Yeah, dude, it's really cool, except it's a no-name...
It's like a WL toy something.
I think so, and it's actually pretty sweet, but let me tell you. So thank you, RC Sailors, for gifting me and my kid this truck. You'll know why that happened in the future, hopefully. But this thing was my first ever RC vehicle, and I drove it. So here's the deal. It was a piece of garbage out of the box with the battery it came on. So I instantly, and it was Dean's T-plug. So I instantly put lipos in it, 2 and 3S lipos, and it really woke up.
I'm sure it did.
And it woke up so much that I've broken everything in the drivetrain. So look at this hanging right here.
So you were saying maybe you were ripping it a little hard?
I was ripping it hard, and I was bashing on this one too. And dude, it's cool. But the differential is completely garbage now on the front. I haven't taken it apart to see what's up. And I can fix this drive shaft and have a 2-wheel truck and just let the kids kill it the rest of the way. But, dude, the minute, the day I drove this for the first time, I bought that Arma Granite
Yep.
because I knew I was okay. It's time. This is too cool.
You know, I'll tell you too, and the guys out there, I think every person that has an RC truck has to have a Traxxas Stampede, or not Stampede, the Rustler. One
Rustler.
time. You gotta have a Rustler once. It's like
And that's
the
nice
truck.
and low.
Yeah, but it has good suspension travel. I liked the 2-wheel drive. I had it forever, and you could slide it around and kind of drift it. And I thought it was a lot of fun. A lot of guys like 4-wheel drive, but man, I love sliding the trucks around. And for racing, yeah, 4-wheel drive is the only way to go. But
You told me that about the Rustler, and so I instantly started looking at it. And you can't get, as far as I know, you can't get Traxxas at Horizon Hobby, but I know Hobby Zone has it, guys. So
yeah,
do your thing. Go to pilotridemedia.com, click Hobby Zone. But the one thing I liked about that Rustler right away is, again, that low center of gravity. It reminds me of the Creighton, but they don't have the body pins. So it's just like a one
like
behind.
choom, choom. Yep.
Yeah, man, real easy. And they have these like kind of skid plates on top of the roof, and then also kind of a frame in the body that helps it stay a little more rigid. So definitely all of a sudden now, just like I have to have every airplane, all of the hits in trucks and buggy kind of stuff, I feel like I must have. But my point I was getting at with this is, so budget truck, sure. But like value, I think spend a little money and get something.
Getting something really good.
Man, with good part support, dude. Horizon's over Arma. You know you can get parts.
Right.
You know?
I'm firing this little guy up too. I'm going to drive one on my table right now.
Dude, me and Rafi bashed this tonight. You know what's so funny is, like, I'm so into this thing, I'm able to like punish my kid with the threats of not being able to run it. You know?
Yeah.
So he behaved, but here's the thing. He behaved so bad that he shouldn't have been able to run it today. But his old man wanted to drive it so bad, I took him out anyway.
I'm playing with mine over here. This is the bad thing about them. You start playing with them and forget what you're doing. Can I go under? Nope.
I'm gonna look at your chat. Let's see, what are we missing?
Yeah.
How many? You got 53, man. Way to go.
Hey, we're hanging out, you know? Let's see. We're going crawling right here. Let's see. So this is the ECX temper that I'm playing with on the table right now, guys. I got this one last Christmas. It's like a mini 1/18 scale crawler. I was just trying to find stuff to throw on the table. Let's see, a wrench would be good. Well, speaking of wrenches tonight, but yeah, like, so this little guy.
That Suburban looks awesome, dude.
So the little, yeah, I'm digging it. We'll show it some more here in a minute, guys, too. But like this little guy here, Ryan, I got it. This is only available at a local hobby shop. This is not available anywhere online. Part support is. You can buy the parts for it online. But if you want to buy one of these little ECX Tempest, you have to go to a hobby store to buy it. And they actually have a sale going on the little 1/18 scale. It's like a Baja truck right now. Same size as this, but they're like $29 right now, but you can only buy them at a local hobby shop, like I said. So it's one of the only times I've ever ran into that issue, that you can only buy it at a local hobby shop. I actually bought my little truck at Graves RC because you got crawled over all that stuff.
Nice.
Pretty sweet though, like I said. You get to play with them right now.
You know, it's a good thing for me in the wintertime, especially, because, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, it drives me nuts every winter. I was telling the guys last night, you're going to see a lot of builds, tutorials, some helpful stuff, you know. But ultimately, we want to be flying these things. And those also, anybody makes videos knows flying videos are easier than any kind of on the bench thing you're going to do.
Easily.
And they're more fun. But this keeps me in the fun and the kind of value videos. And And if I wasn't having fun doing it, I wouldn't be doing it. And I was debating on whether or not I was going to even share my whole truck world with you.
Oh yeah, you
But
got to.
but it's like, you know what? Just like you were saying, like I have no experience with these except for like a week of screwing with them, honestly.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna let folks come on board for that ride if they want to.
Yeah. You know,
And you know what?
good. They
Let's
can
be
learn
honest.
along.
Let's be honest, Wesley. Wouldn't it be kind of neat to make a splash with these and then maybe get to work them up?
Right. I mean, definitely. I'd love to be able to do trucks too. They're
That'd
fun.
be neat.
Hey, you know, we're both RC channels. You know,
They're
guys
accessible.
guys know you for RC airplanes, but nobody said we can't play with trucks too. You know?
Well, and you know what happens? Anybody tries to tell me what to do, they lose their wrench.
Right. It's a bad night to be making wrench comments. We had the meltdown here today.
Did you really?
We did. We went from 110 wrenches to 20.
Oh man.
So, happy Wrenchmas.
You ought to give Josh one though.
Who? Oh yeah, yeah. And I don't think he ever had one before. You know, we tried to keep it to bigger channels, and then some of the guys that have been following us for a long time, and we're not We're not trying to make this a who's the best person by not, you know, whatever, guys. If you don't have one, you don't have one. It's not a big deal.
It's not a status.
It's not a status.
It isn't a status deal.
It's not a status deal.
Easy. It's exactly what it says it is. It's moderator, and if everyone's a moderator and something happens, who do you go to find out
what happened? Yeah, and that was kind of my thing. So, like during the big giveaway, we had some people kicked out of the show.
Don't say that.
What? Don't say giveaway.
Jim,
I'm gonna get a spinning wheel out here in a minute and give you PTSD. Did you like that? I used a spinning wheel last time too, just for you.
Yeah. I told those guys in Minnesota I wanted to just do a hat deal, and ironically that's what it ended up being because the wheel kept landing on the same number.
Right.
It was so out of
balance. So that's why we used that computer generated wheel last time too. So it was just like, man, it did its own thing, and it was great.
Brilliant.
Loved it. But we had some people get kicked out that we didn't think should have been kicked out, and that's when I was like, okay, we need to look at doing something about that. And I think there's a way to limit it to where only certain moderators have an ability to kick people out. And if I figure out how to do that, then I might start passing the wrenches out like crazy again. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
it's not that we don't want you guys to have it, but at the same time, there's it's how it is. You know, it's just how it's going to be tonight. So, whatever.
I love looking at the chat.
It's blowing up. I'm watching it right now. It's on the screen. I don't know if you can see it or not.
I'm gonna call out one of our guys, your guys, our guys.
Okay.
Just Wing It.
Yeah.
He got a Bigfoot and got his maiden off today, and I know this because he called me on the way to the field, and he was like, "Yo, what's up with the blinking nav lights?" I said, I couldn't remember. I was like, oh man, I have to look at the video to see if we had ours blinking or not.
There was that little module in there.
Yep, that little driver. I was like, just rip it out, throw it away.
And it'll make them solid.
You can plug them into anywhere, and they'll be solid. So I think that's what he did. Or he just went without them. Because John, Just Wing It, likes the scale stuff. And the reason I kind of brought him up right now is not to go... it's not like we want to talk about airplanes or anything.
Wait, hey, you know what? We're the RC channels. We talk about whatever we want. I'm going to go and throw that out right now, guys.
John does tanks.
Right.
He does tanks.
Sweet!
Yeah, he's talking about putting a bunch of tanks up on his channel pretty soon.
Yeah,
all right.
Just Wing It. Just Wing It has tanks that shoot stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, I want some tanks too. I've always wanted to do tanks, and then like the little digging excavator things. I've seen some of those.
My goodness.
Some little dump trucks.
One truck I would get and crawl with, if I wanted to crawl, was the Unimog.
Yeah, the Unimog. Yeah, it's cool. They got the 6-wheel one that just came out too.
I got a buddy who has one, like in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Muncie.
I've always liked that truck too. You gotta get one. You gotta try it all. Try all aspects of the hobby. That's what I've said. You know?
Yeah, man.
You never know till you try it whether you'd like it or not. And I know they're slow, but the key is finding a good place to do it, like a riverbed or whatever, where it's real rocky, and then you try and do it. And the other key to it is do it with somebody. Because, you know, the bashing the trucks, you can go do that by yourself. It's pretty fun. But the slow trucks, if you got like a buddy in you, we got the woods right here beside us. You go out to the woods with two of these trucks and just play out in the woods. It's pretty fun. Especially if you can find some kind of water to dunk them in. Because they're all waterproof like the other trucks now.
Yeah, right.
So,
you know what? I tell you, Instagram is a great place to see some really good content on surface, especially crawlers. Because you can really set up a nice shot for getting content. BitGo Bobby Hobbies up in here talking about anyone sell a tug for airplanes.
I've seen guys do it out of the crawlers.
We need to have Mitchell Farley 3D print a body for one of these things.
It's like
and
a tug.
Make us a tug, dude. Pilot Ryan Media Airlines.
Get the little bar to go out that'll link around the wheels, and then you can tow it around.
Oh my gosh.
That would be awesome.
That'd be so cool. Look at that. Yeah, he's BitGo Hobby tonight. He's fancy tonight.
Getting in here. Hey, subscribe and all that stuff. I hear the guys that are running the socials over there are pretty okay dudes.
Is that what you've heard? I've heard they're asses. I'm kidding.
That may be true too. Depends who you are. Depends who you are and how you act.
I had to give you a hard time. It's part of it, man.
It's all right.
But hey, look at this. Does yours have this much flex? Look at that. All three tires are touching the ground. That's the thing. They do that on the crawler groups. It's called Flexing Fridays all the time. Let's see it.
All right, hold on.
You got to show that suspension. Look at that. Ooh.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're sick, bro. Back that thing up. Hey, listen, I can knock the bottom out of it.
Yeah.
Knock the bottom.
I don't think I can bottom mine out. No, I can't. Mine can't hit the ground.
Look at this.
Yeah, I know. Squish.
Dude, it's the best thing I've seen.
Yeah, you can't hurt them.
You can just throw it around.
Yeah, you can't hurt. Now, the crawlers are a little more fragile because of the scale. I don't know if you could see all this a minute ago, but like... I did. So, and just to show you something different in the hobby, you know, we're talking bashers, and like this one's a ready to run. You guys saw me take it out of the box. Now, this one I built. And if you want to see something a little different, Laura, can you give me top shot and him front still?
Yeah.
But this is one I built myself. So this is Crawler World again. This is what's called a hard body. So instead of this, you know, where you can flex it, this is hard as a rock. It's actually built like a little truck, and I put a whole interior in it. All the little door handles, and the windshield wipers work.
I do appreciate the super scale crawlers that I see sometimes.
All the light
like
buckets
that.
work.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
So I've still been working on it. Like I said, this one was a kit, but I have a full underneath in it, so you know you don't see the body or the windows or anything from the bottom. And like I said, this is an axial XCX10, but I have what's called a honcho kit on this, where I know I'm getting kind of crazy here, but this suspension is different than the standard truck. It's actually the suspension for this truck, mounted in this truck. And that gives it a lot wider stance, because if you ever look at a regular one, let's see if I can hold this somehow, put my hands around both of these, and show you what's doing. This helps crawl over stuff, but if you look at them, see how much wider it is?
Yeah.
So this truck and an SCX10 have the same wheelbase, so it's normally that wide. So it widens it up and it beefs it up, and it gives it those fatter. It's got the fatter new tires on it. This truck actually came with a set of tires like these too. You can see how they're a lot fatter and chunkier, and it just helps it crawl over stuff. And then this one actually has a 4-link in the front and a 4-link in the back, but I'm going to take one of the links out and make it a 3-link now to give it a little more flex. And
Is it heavy because of that body?
Oh yeah, it's really heavy. And this body,
That's kind of cool.
it doesn't come painted either, so I custom painted it. I mean, I gave it a real nice, beautiful red paint job. And
have you tumbled it ever?
yeah, it's got. I tried not to, but it does have. Let's see. It's hard to see it. I've waxed it and everything, just like a real car. It's painted just like a real car, but it doesn't have too many dings on it. But there is one right here, but you really can't see it.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
I don't know, Wesley. You're probably not old enough, but there's guys in here that will remember. I had a big 4x4 Tonka truck that was big enough I could sit on the son of a gun and roll down a board off the porch. And you could, I think it came with a wrench, and you could like take the wheels off and put them on. That's all you could do. You know what I mean? That's like all you could do with it.
And I guess
you just made me want to like find one of those things and make it work.
Like make it an RC truck.
Yeah, like take old toys from being a kid. Like I don't care about any street vehicles, but like I would completely make a Knight Rider.
Right.
If it played the music, I'd be good.
And I mean, it's funny how detailed you can actually go with this. Like, I want to get the roof rack for it, and they've got like little Yeti coolers and gas cans.
Yeah, they look so, and gas cans.
And put it all up in here in the top, and I mean, it's hilarious all the stuff they've got. This
look at RC Girl, dude. RC Girl on Instagram. Her stuff is dope.
Let's see here. Weight's no issue in these trucks, though. Honestly, now where the weight issue becomes a problem is this one's kind of top heavy, because of that body weighing so much.
Right.
So I see a lot of guys that'll take and put lead shot in the tires to get your center of gravity down further.
That's
so
smart.
they've got foam in them right now.
So just like the airplanes, there's like something for everybody on surface as well,
And
right?
they're all different. Like I said, here's a Wraith. This is what's called a rock racer. So this one's actually pretty fast for a rock crawler. Lori, let's go Top Shot for a second. This was Lori's first truck.
So that red thing that I have, that's a rock.
That's
racer.
a rock racer, yeah, kind of trophy truck.
Yeah.
I got my little. This is Lori's truck. She's got her little pink character in there. You gotta have your guy. She's got his gun. You can put all your toys in there. But this one,
she's a pink soldier.
That's right. This one's got a full interior too, though. So I mean, it's got the seats, and this one actually comes out of the box like this guy. This is called an axial Wraith. You really can't go with bad with an axial product. If you're ever looking for a really good truck, Axial are phenomenal trucks. It comes with the lights in it right out of the box. Let's see. I can grab a battery real quick and throw it in there.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
So the what are they called? Rock racer.
Rock racer, yeah.
So I obviously have had to fix my first truck already a few times.
Right.
So I thought it was a real nuisance to work on. Is that one you have there? Like when you have to work
They're not
on
hard.
it, you have to take...
I had the whole thing apart today. I actually had to put a new servo in it. My steering servo. The one weak thing you're going to find in a lot of these trucks that you're going to replace in almost all of them as you're bashing them is the servo. And I buy these cheapo Deservo digital servos. I get them off of Amazon. This is a 20 gram. Let's see. I don't know how to show it. Let's see. Top view. They're red. And like it comes.
Oh, wow.
It comes with that super beefy arm. It's all Metal Gear. It's waterproof. I gotta figure out if I can show you. Well, anyway, I had to replace that today. And in order to do it, you got to kind of take part of this off to get in there. It's really not that bad though. 4 screws gets the servo, and the hardest part, this one the body doesn't come off of. You got to take the whole body apart to take it off. So if you can, I just tried to snake the wire. You can see it for the servo all up in there. And I took the top of the body. It has 6 screws to take this off.
Yep.
But it's actually a roll cage in there. It's really neat. But it's not hard to work on them. I mean, as long as you take your time. I mean,
it's just a little bit more than the body.
Yeah,
clip,
it looks like a lot, but it's not bad. You can see that my slider, my axle rails are just beat to heck on this one. They're actually aluminum. But from hitting stuff with them, and you can see it's dirty. I mean, this thing's been in the mud and the muck and everything, but it's held up great.
I just think it's cool to have an RC that you can be tough with.
This one, I wouldn't be quite as tough on. I wouldn't jump this one a lot, just because it's not really built for it. This is still a crawler world truck, so it's kind of scale. You can jump it, but like 5 feet. Whereas that thing you've got in your hand, you can jump like 30 feet, 40 feet to the moon and not break them.
Man.
So this one goes probably like 20 miles an hour. I'm sure that one you've got's pushing 40 probably.
Yeah, this one's I think it's a 30 because it's the brushed. But that's gobs of plenty.
Oh man, you can tear stuff up at 30 still.
Oh yeah, dude. Haven't figured out how to get Rafi out of the throttle.
So they usually, I don't know if that one has it, but they usually have 2 settings on the transmitter. That's like a high and a low speed that limits the truck to like 20 miles an hour. So you might check that out. I was going to grab a battery real quick, see if I could turn the lights and stuff on the crawler.
See, I have a throttle trim.
Yeah, that's not it. That'll just make it go faster or slower. But usually there's like a setting too that's like, I thought this one had it, but some of them have it. It's like a little switch, and they hide it sometimes on the transmitter so the kid can't find it to turn it on and off. So you might check your manual on it. Some of them actually have it like behind the grip and some other places where you can turn it down and then it's hidden to where your kid can't just be like, oh, it's on the slow setting and turn it back on.
Right.
Right. But anyway, I'm going to grab a battery real quick and I'll throw the lights on and stuff. But like I said, this one is exactly how it comes out of the box. See, you got a lot nicer controller with that one.
It's just a little tactic deal came with.
See, this is kind of the Chincho, cheapo, the standard generic one. Now here's the big difference between airplanes and this. A top of the line, like Mac Daddy, one of these. They've got one.
Still cheap.
Yeah. I looked up last night. They had the one that's like the iX-12 for cars, but it's the Fly Sky is the one that's like the big brand in the RC trucks, as far as I know. They've got one that's like super touch screen, and the like wheel can switch for left-handed and right-handed and all that stuff, and it was like $150.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, and I'm used to like, I thought that was gonna be like $600.
I know, right? It's crazy, man.
I'm gonna grab a battery real quick. Talk to the good folks. See if there's anything going on in the comments.
I'm looking.
Be right back for a second.
I'm gonna talk airplane a minute. Hey, this is fun, right? So, guys, keep an eye on Just Wing It. He'll be putting out his Bigfoot video pretty soon. Lori flew Bigfoot. Go watch that. Blow up the comments. Make her blush in the comments. Papa did you solid. He had good things to say during your flight. Very good. And then, man, that airliner was sweet, wasn't it, dudes? That was pretty sweet. That was pretty neat.
What'd I miss?
Nothing really. I was just shouting out Lori and your dad, and then Just Wing It's got a Bigfoot video coming out soon. He did his maiden today, and that airliner was cool. Yeah, Wesley, you flew that summer gun already.
Yeah.
You like that CG spot on the wing?
Perfect. Perfect is where that goes.
Yep. It must be to mold it in.
Oh,
it's pretty,
that's the spot,
audacious.
man.
Yeah.
So, I'll just show you on this. This is kind of cool too. Look where they put
Lori did a good job.
Look where they put the battery on this truck. So the cool thing on all these crawlers is it's always about hiding it to where you can't see it. Lori, top shot me for just a second. You know, it's always about hiding the electronics to where you don't see them. Like, if you even look in here, there are electronics, but they're kind of in little boxes and stuff to where you don't see them too much.
Yeah.
So where the battery goes is actually under the hood.
Oh,
it goes
cool.
right in that little cage, so you can't see it while it's in there. One thing I have learned on this one flies on 3S 2200s, funny enough. Or it flies on, but drives on 3S 2200. That's the other nice thing about the little rock racer truck. One thing I have learned on it though, if you leave the battery plugged in and switch the battery off on the switch, it still runs the battery down. So
yeah,
found that out on my LiPo, and I had a LiPo that was at like 0. I was like, crap.
Oh no.
That was one of the first times I've ever done that. I can't get the lid on right now, but I'm trying to fart with it. And anyway, here we go. Kick this on. Same as airplanes, turn your transmitter on first and then your thing. It's really fun when they drive away on their own. But yeah, so it comes with like the factory headlights.
Oh man, that's the only thing I'm missing.
And then it comes with the tail lights.
What?
It's pretty sweet, right?
Yeah,
Most of these
sweet.
crawlers come with that. And dude, those are so bright at night. Like that actually you can see outside with those little lights. They are super bright.
That's fun.
And it's a lot of fun driving it around.
Yeah, Suburban. What was that? Like $99?
$199. It's $200 right now. It's normally $350.
I almost bought one just because.
Dude, you should. At the price it is right now, honestly, it's a fantastic value.
So let me ask you, since you know, so how fast do the crawlers go? Are they just like super slow?
No, not super slow. Like I said, this truck, the little rock racer, probably does about 20. This truck right here, I have it geared super low. This one only goes like 6 miles an hour. And this truck's probably not going to be very, very fast. I can probably turn it on. I don't know if I...
But you can get loads of time out of one
Oh my gosh. On a 5000 2S on one of these crawlers, I mean, like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like you drive all day. I'm trying to look at this. Nickel metal hydride.
If you have a flight battery last more than 3 hours, you got to call a doctor. Normally that's what's up.
Okay, so it's set up for LiPo. I'm looking at the manual real quick. I don't want to plug a LiPo into it. This thing not be rated for like a 3S or whatever, and burn it to the ground.
It'll take. You know what? Me and Rafi drove our thing on 3S LiPo earlier today.
Huh? It could be 2 or 3S.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, she's looking at the product page. So it can be
Nice.
3S?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have a 3S with a blue connector on it somewhere? Here we go. I'm firing it up, man. We're finding out.
Fired up, dude.
We're going to find out how this thing runs.
Shadow Ops, thanks, man.
Instead of trying to
We
watch
won't come back
more.
from 6S. I bet you're right.
Oh, dude. If you ever get a 6S truck, they're insane.
I can already tell because here's my. You know what? There's always something about one facet of the hobby that fascinates me, and so these bashers jumping in the air
And backflips and stuff. And
well,
you can
that's
control
all
them.
cool. Yeah, the fact that you can control them is what makes me interested. So like you can be rotating where you're going to land the thing on your back, but you can hit the brakes or gun the throttle. And the ones that really let you control it with authority are the trucks that spin so fast the tires get big when you run them.
Right. Now this LiPo's
So
kind of dead, so I hope it turns on.
That's powerful trucks that do that.
I'm kind of...
Bobby K. By the way, I gotta just shout out a message.
Okay.
Bobby K. BitGo Facebook Messenger. Our winner has
Claimed it?
sent us a message. He sent us a message.
Okay.
Outcast. Which one's the Outcast? I forget, Wayne Lee. Is that the one that's a truck? Looks like a double Outcast.
You sure this thing's 3S powered?
Yeah, it says
How do I
2
forget
cell or
what
3
that?
cell LiPo battery with EC3 connectors.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up right
Sweet.
now.
Okay, let's put the body on. Let's see. I should probably put the strap around the battery. But like this tiny 3S LiPo that I put in here would run this thing for like 2 hours.
Outcast.
It's ridiculous. And then the reason you put the jumper in isn't because it puts too much voltage out or whatever. It's actually so it puts it on when it hits low voltage cutoff, it turns it off. Instead of you running the battery down past like 3.7, it automatically turns the truck off then.
Holy
Fred Barron, thank you very much, sir. You know him, man. Every week, he's just in here making us cry.
I know it. Fred dropped it on me as well
Trying to get the body on here. Let's see.
yesterday. Love it. Thanks, Fred.
Now, I don't know how long this little truck is going to run because that battery I put in here is dead.
So the guy
LiPo-wise.
talking about the Outcast, It looks a lot like the Notorious. So I'm completely pining over the Notorious right now. 6S, you can run it on 4. And because it's 6S, it's going to have the plastic body. I don't have to worry about bending up aluminum.
Let's see here. I'm going to turn this thing on first time. See if I burn it to the ground. Oh.
Oh my gosh, they look real too.
Oh yeah, it's got the little light buckets.
You know what's crazy? The picture makes that green look cheesy.
Dude, in
online.
person, it's awesome. Oh my gosh, this thing's got a lot of power. Holy cow. Holy cow.
Whoa. You got a 3S in there?
Yeah. It's stupid.
You ought to bash it, bro.
It's stupid with the 3S pack in it already. I can tell. I was me touching the throttle. I'm trying to move some stuff off the table here because I'm going to try and show this. Because you're curious of how fast it is. I was going to put it up on the table and kind of run it across the table. See if I can run it into the floor. That'll be exciting. Let's see here. Dude, it's fast.
Whoa!
It's stupid.
Son of a gun.
On 3S, it's pretty dumb. Let's see. I need to trim. Let's see. Which one is it? Let's see. So you get...
If you do the throttle trim, it's going to run.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm throwing stuff everywhere right now. Let's see, Lori. I'll show these guys how this works. If you haven't ever had an RC truck before, let's see. Top shot for a second. So just like we're used to in our planes, you got all your trim settings here. And I'm thinking that some of these guys maybe haven't ever done one before, but this is the trim, and you can see the front wheels. Let's see, can you see them turning there? So you got your trim, guys, to show you. This trims your wheels.
Yep.
And so you can get it going straight, you know, you can drive it a little bit and make sure it's straight. So, I mean, I'm going to get ready to catch it. Here we go, full throttle, you ready? Dude, it's fast. It was doing a burnout.
Was it peeling out?
All 4 wheels were spinning. Oh, yeah.
So, what do you think about 4-wheel drive versus 2-wheel drive? Like, I don't even want to mess with 2-wheel drive.
Dude, 2-wheel's fun if you've never done it before. Okay, you can go back to front. 2-wheel's fun because you can slide around a lot. Like that back end gets loose and the truck slides and it's kind of like drifting. Kind of like when you're in a sports car and you can drift it around a corner and stuff. You know, that's kind of fun. Yeah, there you go, guys. Let's see. We need something to crawl on. Let's get some crawling stuff here. Bust this thing out. I don't know. Give me a box, maybe. See if she'll get up on there.
I tell you what's going to happen is you're going to see me bash one of these.
Need something heavier.
And then I'm going to see you crawl one of those, and I'm going to end up wanting one of those, and you're going to end up
want one of those. I'm going to have to get one, too.
BitGo Bobby says drift it, baby.
All right, let's see. Can I crawl over the other truck?
Do it. 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 Do it.
I'm trying. Hang on. It keeps sliding on this mat.
That thing's got some git, dude.
Dude, it's powerful on 3S. And that's a dead LiPo, too. But I know LiPo's discharge pretty good, so let's see. So the trick is you got to hit one tire. Let's see. I'm crushing into it. Let's cheat just a little bit. I'm going to get him started. Because he's a little too short.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to throw this thing off the table a second on accident. But
so after these two spend the night together, what do you end up getting?
Right? You get one of these. Hang on. You get one of these.
The red one.
No.
Oh, okay, the little
you get that one. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Dude, I mean, I always love it. You know, you get the little lights. It's cool. I don't think I'll be running this on 3S probably, because that's a good way to tear stuff up. I mean, but it's pretty sweet. I was trying to think of a way that we could get a camera outside and go run it, because it's got lights and stuff on it. Show everybody in person. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, and the other real cool thing with trucks, like I said earlier, they don't break very easy. I mean, you get away with a lot of bashing on one before you tear it up.
Dude, I can't believe I'm still running this one.
Even these, like that Kevin Talbot, Isn't that how you say it? Or is it Talbot?
Yeah, Talbot, the guy from across the pond.
Dude, he's got a TRX4 crawler that he put 6S in, and he drives it and he bashes it, and it holds up. So I'm not going to say you can't do it with this, but it's not my preferred truck of choice. I've made a mess in my room tonight, like throwing trucks everywhere, and I'm like, dude, it's like Christmas in here when I'm playing with trucks.
So
it's like growing up. I mean, having toy trucks, and it's just like they're awesome in every way. I want one.
See, I remember my first experience with RCs. I had a car from like the department store, like the grocery store,
and they kind of sucked. Where you had to back up to turn.
It wasn't fast at all. You couldn't fix it. It had some lights, but I don't even remember what it was. I mean, it looked super cool, and even back then, I've been around a minute. Back then, it was like $50, almost $60.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even run on the carpet. You know, you had to be on the hard floor for it to work, and it's like, what the hell,
dude? These are not like that anymore.
And you're a little kid, so it's not like you can go play in the street unless your parents don't like you.
Right.
No one else is going to tell you to play in the street. Dude, GB Linden has an FPV RC truck. That would be that's probably a good way to practice FPV before you get up in the air.
I had an FPV rig for a while, and I wish I still had it because I would totally throw it in one of my trucks. I had 2 goggles and the cameras and everything, and if I still had it all, I would totally throw it in the trucks and go drive. Because I've done it. It's fun. But like I said, I kind of got out of it for a while. I never really could get into flying FPV. I know it's for some guys. I'm not saying it's bad or nothing, but it just never was for me. And but now I wish I had it again so we could play with the trucks with it.
I'm saying, dude, I want to get some cool content without.
What, did you forget
without
to turn your radio off?
My wedding ring, dude. I've never been without it. I just dropped it.
Oh my gosh! Look at you. What are you doing? There we go. We'll put this one right here.
I see it.
There you go. Little flex. Put it up on top of that.
And that looks cool. Hey, you ought to Instagram that.
The little trucks?
Yeah, all of them, but the new one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will. With Pilot Ryan. Take a screenshot of this and say, check it out. You like the, did you see down here at the bottom, we went away from the rivets too. We got the storch down here.
Yes.
I don't know if you got to see all our new little things. It's pretty sweet. Lori put like pictures of airplanes. I don't know if she switches through them real quick, they're not going to be able to hear you is the only problem. Because if you're not on the screen, they can't see you.
That's all right. He saw me for 5 hours yesterday.
All right, here, we'll pop through it real quick just to show you.
Nice.
Yeah, he's seeing them right now. You guys saw him as we were doing it. But there's that one, the F-18. We were just kind of playing with it, yeah. So instead of just the rivets, we started putting our own airplanes. Here's the tech spec for the thing we were doing that earlier. You're seeing our YouTube algorithms right now. There's 50 of you guys in here.
What's that a screenshot of?
That wasn't a screenshot. That was actually live, whatever's going on. That was my YouTube live chat. There you go. She put it up now again, so there's the product page. $199 if you're wanting one of these Suburban trucks, guys. Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Y'all couldn't hear him for a second there. I forget. If you're not on the screen, they can't see you.
That's a neat looking truck.
Oh, yeah, definitely, guys. And like I said, this is only our first night of trucks. I can see us doing all kinds of stuff in the near future. But we've been threatening to do this for, 3-4 weeks?
For a little while.
And I couldn't resist it.
I see the traction some of the new trucks get. Holy smokes.
Right.
I don't care if I like it or not. I ought to get one. Kevin Talbot doesn't give a rip. He'll get whatever it is and beat the bejeebies out of it.
He'll tell you it sucks. It's great. I've been it. First outing, whatever.
The dude will flip it before he ever gets it outside. He'll flip it he's got a little tiny garage.
Yeah.
If
you're interested in trucks a little bit, guys, check out his channel because the guy is nuts. Did you watch that one where he was driving the Traxxas, the big one, the X-Max, and he's jumping it into trees?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's nuts.
Do they to the moon on the skate
Right.
park? I can't believe what these things drive out of.
Me
Some of the
either.
landings they take and drive out
And
of.
he'll slow-mo it, and the truck like bends in half as it hits the ground, and then boing, springs back out.
It's so crazy.
It's funny though, like, here, top shot for just a second. Sorry, Lori, to take all over of you again. But like, even this little bitty toy truck, look at the wheels on this thing. They're still like super, super smushy. This is the little $50 truck. Oh, Lori put it on the wrong one, but this is the little $50 truck. You can only buy these, once again, guys. If you've been wanting one of these, you'll have to find a local hobby store to buy it in. They only sell this little truck there. These are like $50 though. And even the little tires though, they're like, I mean, super, super soft. I don't know how to show you that that's that soft, but I mean, like, they're squishy.
I could see it.
And it's like full suspension and on this little bitty toy thing. And you have the body clips just like your regular ones.
So to the guy who asked me if I'm tired after a 5-hour stream, yeah.
But we're pumped.
I'm always tired, dude. I painted a house. I painted all day.
Look at that.
I worked on my house all day.
Aluminum chassis on this little dude even.
It's
aluminium. So
aluminium.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird suspension on this one. Look at it; it like shifts side to side.
Wow.
It's really a wonky suspension, but anyway, it works. It's actually 4-wheel drive. Like, look at the little tiny drive shafts. Isn't that crazy?
Oh wow. Yeah, it's all right there. It's like the shock tower's upside down and in the middle holding the thing together.
That's a 4-link, but then the side mount suspension is really the weird part.
It looks like a shock tower.
Yeah, and you can kind of see it like, I mean it.
But they're turned different.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, they kind of like offset when you do it, but it works.
They completely took parts of a bigger truck and
made a little one. But yeah, I mean it's cool. For $50, it's awesome. A lot of fun. And like, there's your receiver, ESC, everything in one. It just
is the battery just built in?
Yeah, this is the battery right here. No, you can take it out. Let's see. I haven't taken it out in forever, so I gotta remember how. But it does come out. It's not a proprietary battery or nothing. There you go. Just pops out.
Nice.
And you can unplug it right there. Well, I guess it is proprietary on the plug, but they sell these little guys for like $5.
Just take them out of your mom's cordless home phone.
Home phone, and yeah, and it charges up in like 10 minutes, and then you can run for like an hour on it.
Hey, that reminds me of something I wanted to talk about real quick. So, mine came with a charger.
Yeah.
It's a plug it in the wall, no balance, no nothing. Goes to Dean's. Or T-plug,
yeah, because it's a nickel metal hydride. You don't have to worry about blowing them up.
But it takes forever.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like 12 hours.
Use your own, charger.
Yeah, your airplane chargers, guys. If you've got airplane chargers, you can go back to front. Sorry, Lori. If you got an airplane charger, you can do nickel metal hydride on it, and you just got to set it to the right setting. But yeah, you can charge them way faster.
Totally.
I'll agree with you. They do that just to keep it safe, for here you go, little Johnny, take it and play with it. If they can't burn the house down when it's charging at like a milliamp.
Right.
And that's the reason they do. Yeah, look at that. Even that little guy has tons of suspension. Not going to hurt it. And even these bigger trucks, I'm going to hold this. I mean, it's not going to hurt them. I didn't have the hood mounted on. But they're made to take a whack and not get hurt. Dude, I can't believe best thing you'll ever do. Oh, sorry, it's not on the front or top for a second. Best thing you'll ever get after you pull body clips off and on, get these little rubber things. I think they sell them on like Amazon, real cheap. They go.
Yeah.
Trying to get it. See that little thing?
Dude, look at this. The Arma stuff comes with them.
Look. Oh, does it come with them?
Dude, every Arma.
I haven't ever had an Arma truck. Okay, yeah. So it's got the little rubber things. Dude, if you don't,
sweet.
If you ever get a truck that doesn't have those little rubber things, first thing you'll do is throw those body clips away and buy a set like this. They suck when they don't have them. This new one doesn't have them. The first thing I'll do, is put these on it.
I can see how easy it would be to lose them.
Yeah, well, it's not even losing them, but they hurt your fingers to take them on and off.
Well, that too.
And having that little rubber thing to grab and pull. Like, you just fart with these things for 10 minutes to get them off versus...
Well, I can see not wanting to hurt my fingers, so I stick something through the loop, and then I'm scratching at my body like crazy.
Or you take it off and it goes pew and flies across the room.
For real.
Yeah. Dude, I'm having fun tonight. Look, oh my gosh, look at all the super chats I missed. Holy cow. Flying Times. Dude, that's the guy that won the Shrike last week in the...
Oh, nice.
So, hey, man, thanks. And Mitchell Farley.
It'd be hilarious if you do better than me tonight talking about trucks than I did with the airliner last night.
Hey, you know, if you want to see another unboxing of an airliner, I'm not on the front view. Nobody can even see my ugly face right now.
I'm sorry.
Gosh. Well, if you want to see another unboxing of an airliner, I was going to do that tonight, but FedEx dropped the ball, wouldn't you guess? And it showed it was out for delivery today, and then like 5 o'clock they updated it and shows Tuesday now.
Oh, man.
So, I know you love FedEx just as much as I do. Oh, no, I threw batteries and crap everywhere when I was throwing trucks around the room.
For me, they're okay if you don't have them delivered to your business.
I don't know.
You know, my problem was the lies. You know,
I thought it was funny that they were going to deliver today. And this came in the mail today.
Bobby got the airliner yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Well, I ordered this on the Black Friday sale Thursday, and it showed up today, which I didn't think that FedEx delivered on a Sunday.
They do during the holidays.
I guess.
Holidays. Yeah, because they have a glut of things to get rid of. I mean, I had a mailman delivered Cali Graphics to me today.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I got the Cali Graphics for the airliner, man. It's good.
Nice.
Ours is going to be American Airlines.
I wasn't gonna get one, but I'm really on the fence right now, and when I fly it, I'm gonna be.
You'll have to have one. I'm telling you right now, Ryan, it's awesome.
Oh, Wesley,
dude,
I want to buy a truck.
I know, but dude, the airliner is one of those planes you can't skip. I'm telling you, it's that good. It's that different. I believe it. As somebody that likes to do wheelies and stuff, you know, I'm sorry, aero braking. Everybody gets mad at me when I call it wheelies.
You know that's me on the wheelie. Dude, me and Bobby and you.
You're gonna have so much fun flying that airplane.
How's the crosswind?
I don't know. I never flew it in a crosswind.
But what would you guess, man?
I don't think it's gonna be bad.
I think it would settle in. To me, it would be. I don't think it'd be bad either. I think it'd be fun. I like crosswind and coming in with a little crab and kicking rudder and it just settling right in. I think it'd just be the beast.
Right.
I think that.
I don't know.
You know. I was talking to Andy today about the HSD airliner.
Yeah, the big 737 or 747 looking thing.
Dude, 4 90mm EDFs. That thing's gonna weigh 40 pounds.
Yeah, it's gonna be monstrous.
So, this thing for $500. The airliner motion is a slam dunk. Hey, B Drew 247 Pilot Ryan checked out your Carbon Z T28. Yeah, if you want one, go to Hobby Zone. Go to pilotryanmedia.com, click the E-Flight icon.
Yeah, I actually still have our Carbon ZT28. Love it. The only weak point to me on that airplane were the gear. The
shopping cart.
Yeah, that, and then if you hit any kind of bump with the nose wheel, it only has like a 10-gram servo on a quarter scale airplane. Insta strip. So I took it and we hollowed it out and put a full-size servo on the nose now. Never will strip it again. So if you guys, you guys that have one, if you want a way to fix that, if you keep stripping nose gear servos, just take the little one out and bury you a full-size servo in there. Put a piece of plywood around it, and you'll never have to replace it again.
John Noons, the SU-30 plug-and-plays are going to ship. I think they're shipping before the other ones. Did you get one?
Yep.
John got one.
Boozer's got one coming.
Yeah. Yeah, B Drew 247. Yeah, man. It's not bad for what it is. We were talking about the nose gear on the big Cessna 150 and the 1800mm Ranger. And since I did the float install on the Ranger the other day, I was able to really see how the nose gear comes in and out. I would much rather work on the nose gear on the Ranger all day long than that 6S 150. It's just easier to get to.
I believe the shock tower is like through the moon when I dropped it a minute ago. I'm fixing them all.
You're kidding me.
Nuh-uh. They're fixed now.
Broke it?
No, I didn't break it.
Oh.
I just pushed them in. Like when I dropped it, this one's really not made to throw like that, but it can. But it just pushed the shocks out. I had to put them back in. They're good now.
Oh wow.
Hey.
Oh.
They're good.
That's fine. I just love how talk about toss and boss.
Yeah, you can toss and boss these guys. I try not to be so mean with this one because I spent a lot of time building that one. But it's...
So you were talking about that one being top heavy. So what you did to widen the base
It
and
helps
the bigger
a lot.
tires?
Yeah.
Oh, it must have helped you loads.
Yeah. It doesn't look as scale, but it crawls better. And then I put... These are custom tires, too. These are... they call them swamp somethings, I think.
Fred, did you get an SU as well?
Duratrex.
Fred Barron?
I want to call these are called like Super Swamp or something. They came off Amazon. These were really cheap though. I think I got the whole set for $40, but they're super, super squishy, soft tires. And you'll find, see, these are, even the factory tires, these are good, but they're kind of hard. Whereas I bought these special and they're super squishy. And it looks so cool when you're crawling and they're squishing on stuff. Anyway, looks like you have like no air in your tires, squishy, like crawling.
That's awesome.
It looks cool. You know what looks really cool? If you ever get you a crawler, put it in slow-mo. Just slow it down just a little bit. And when they're driving, they look just like real trucks.
That's what I think would be neat about the heavier the truck is.
Right.
The more real it would look.
look.
Nice. Fred Barron, where'd you get it, man? I'm just curious. I'm getting mine at Hobby Zone, y'all.
I don't know where Kevin got his.
He didn't get it through me, I already know.
Oh! He got his Tiger Cat through you, though. Which
I know
we ripped up the skies with this week.
So Hobby Zone has reward points as well that are exclusive to them. So I know guys that have Horizon Hobby points, they want to use them, so they got to go through Horizon. No big deal.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I know. Happens.
It happens, man. Not everybody's been
Just
notified.
as long as they're telling people who sent them. That's all that matters.
Tell them who sent them after you click through me to get there. How about that?
And if everything works out correctly, I'm hoping that I can say that pretty soon too, huh?
You can, man.
I sent the message in today, so we'll see.
You know what? We talked about this. I told you go for it.
I know. It's done. It's done. We'll see. Hopefully, guys, you'll be able to buy from me pretty soon too.
And that's awesome, and you'll be able to. And if you need help with that, I can help you.
Yeah.
Because I got some experience.
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 Dude, guys.
It's like espresso.
We're having fun, and I hope we're bringing you guys entertainment every week. And, me and Ryan, every time we get together, we can BS off camera all we want, but I know you guys want to see it when we're talking to each other. And y'all were expecting a guest tonight, so I made sure there was one last minute. If I ever ask Ryan to swing on the show, he's always great about coming on and hanging out. And
you broke up, man. Repeat that last bit. You broke
what?
up.
Oh, no.
Is it doing it again?
At least on my end, I didn't hear that last sentence.
Well, I was just saying that, you come on the show whenever I ask, like last minute notice. Like I said, we were expecting to have Dave on tonight, and then things happened, and we were able to throw a good show for the guys tonight. We didn't even know if we were going to do RC trucks, but to heck with it, I was like, I wanted to do it, and man, Ryan will come in last minute to save us and be our guest tonight, and he'd have had a ball. Now that
you wanted backup on hitting.
I did. I was like, dude, we can't be going into this alone. So, hey, we tested the water tonight. Now we've got to get us some videos of us bashing the heck out of all our trucks and have some fun.
Oh,
and
dude,
I'm hoping that we can do a little collab some point, and we can play with some trucks in real life and planes and everything. I know it's coming, but man. I just can't wait.
No, it's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen. We've got to meet in real life eventually, and
this is you know what, you take on roles in your life where there's certain things that are required doing. When I got with my wife, I knew it wasn't right away, but I knew eventually I was gonna move out of my hometown and get where she is and work for a family business and become a famous internet sensation with RC. I just knew it, except for the last part. I just knew it, and I signed on for that. And so with what we're doing now, I've signed on for that. I need to get out of town. I need to go do some stuff. And me and you've been talking about it. I can't wait.
No, yeah, and we're gonna make it happen, guys, and it's gonna be a lot of fun when we do it. It's been a really interesting year and a half, because I mean I've been watching you when you were doing the motion videos for 5-6 years now. I've always watched RC stuff, even when I wasn't in the hobby, because I mean 2 years ago, guys, I picked the hobby back up. I hadn't done anything RC since I was 17, but I always watched in the background. I always had a simulator. You can throw that down. Yeah, we're BSing now, but simulators are the only reason I still fly as good as I do now, because I flew a simulator all through. I had one on my computer always. Yep, there you go, Real Flight, the newest version. I had Real Flight, and in college and whatever else, I'd always pick up a simulator once a month, fly a little bit. Real Flight is a wonderful tool. A dead kitten. But guys, if you want something to really sharpen your skills with, get a simulator. It's funny, if you look at any of the super awesome, crazy 3D pilots, they didn't learn that by flying all the time with the real one. They crashed that simulator a million times, then went out and tried it with the big one. But I can't recommend a sim enough for guys. And I do want to eventually get Real Flight. I'm probably going to end up just buying it. I was kind of hoping it was going to go on sale. And so me and you can get on Real Flight on here and jam for the guys. And maybe do some... I know there's been guys that have wanted ground school classes, and we could do it on there. And it's cool because you could even invite guys in to fly with us on
Man, we can dial in crosswind.
Right.
We can do all kinds of cool stuff.
And we could do... This is something we BS'd about, and I said, what the heck, let's talk about it for a minute. So, I mean, it'd be fun. We could do some of that. We could get some guys in that are wanting... even if you're wanting one-on-one classes, I mean, you can do them through there.
The fact that you mentioned it now means I hope you're ready to dial it in.
It'll happen.
I think folks are gonna want it.
Right, and we'll try and get the latest and greatest, which is 9.5. I think you've got it there in front of you. I have
is it
6 or something. I've got.
Is it 9.5 already? I just got this 9 a month ago.
I can't remember, but I'll have to look at it. If you have 9 and they go to 0.5, usually get 0.5 for free. So it won't be a big deal if they do that. And I'll help you on the software end of it, because I know you'll need a hand with that. You got it loaded up now, right?
Ripping
it up. So
yeah. Not very often.
I'll have to get it one way or the other, but guys that are thinking about getting it, I definitely recommend getting it with the controller. Yes, you can fly it with your own. And if you wanted to do split screen with your kids, you can actually get the little fob and run split screen, and you can have 2 airplanes at once, and then you can have your actual controller, and the kids can use the one that goes to the game, and y'all can fly together that way. And there's dog fighting and all kinds of stuff on there.
Let me see if it's at Hobby Zone.
It probably is. It's called the dongle, but
hey, don't talk like that.
That's what it's called. But if you can get on and play, and you can dogfight, they can actually put it in the cockpit, and you got guns, and you can shoot each other down. So it's a lot of fun, guys. I do really recommend getting it. And I haven't got it because I have 7 point whatever, and we've had it forever. And Mrs. Boozer, that's where she learned to fly. She's only been flying for a few months, but she played that for how much? So how much, Boozer, for private classes? I live close to you. Dude, if you live close to me and you're going to actually come out to the field, I will teach you how to fly for free. If you come out and fly with us, I've taught a bunch of people how to fly, and I have no issues doing that. You know,
Yeah, man, me too.
the online thing.
That's why it started, man.
Yeah.
That's how video started. Is we had helped a few guys at the field, and was like, man, this is good stuff. We could take this show on the road.
I've always said that. I mean, if you're a member of the club and you're out there hanging out with us, I never have a problem teaching people how to fly. And I'm sure the Larks guys are. I think they actually have like certified trainers out there. But I mean, I can teach anybody. I've taught Lori, and I've taught a couple people how to fly, so it's not that big a deal. But the best thing I can tell you to do is get a game, go crash a whole boatload of airplanes on there, and learn how to fly on there, the basics, to where you're not backwards and you can take off and land and fly for like 5 minutes without hitting the ground. Then you're ready to buy an airplane. And you're going to have a great time if you get those fundamental basics down on a simulator first. And that's what I did with Lori. Like I said, I put her in front of it. I said, Lori, just play this a couple times a week. Get to where you can fly the airplane around and land it without crashing for like 5 minutes. And she was like, okay. And she got it to where she was doing good. I said, all right, let's go fly for real. And she was like, okay. And you saw her with the Bigfoot. She really hasn't flown that much in real life. And I mean, her landing was a little shaky. The rest of the flight was beautiful. And if she flies it a couple more flights and gets the nerve, her problem that day was she was nervous to be on film. She normally flies great. She has a little wing, like a zippy, whatever they call it. What is that thing called?
Pizza box?
Pizza box wing. It's one of the flight test arrows. That's what it is. And she made it out of the foam board. We ordered the kit, and she flew the dog out of that. And I mean, it can go right in the ground and not kill it. But she has flown and flown and flown that thing. And then she got a Valiant, and she flew the Valiant a little bit. But then, you know, one thing led to another, and YouTube took off, and we've been working on this nonstop. But I've been really trying to make a point of it now that when we go...
She did good.
She did
a good job.
But I've been trying to make a real point of it when we go to the field now that she flies something. And so she's got the Bigfoot now, and then she flew the Marlin also. We didn't get it on film yet. We're going to film her next time we're out there. But she got done flying the Bigfoot. I said, what the heck? Take the Marlin. And she went and ripped the Marlin all over.
Nice.
By the way, that thing's very durable. It did a nice cartwheel across the runway.
I did cartwheel just a little bit.
But it's still in one piece.
Nice.
But it was funny. I'm loving it though. You know, if you can't share it with your friends and your family, I mean, it's not as fun.
That's right. And that's why I have to go to video, because I mean, honestly, you'd never know. If we didn't take it to video, we had some gold going on here in Indiana with nobody was flying with us. I mean, I was the only guy at my club when I moved here showing up with electrics, and then Mike came around, and I was like, oh yes, another guy flying the same, foamies, warbirds and stuff. I was like, yes. And then a couple years back, Bobby and Adam started showing up. I was like, yeah. But what a good time, and a bunch of great flyers. And you'd never know, and we wouldn't be able to share that with anybody other than ourselves if we weren't taking it to video. Like, some clubs are really active, and then others you would think, so many people thought that was Motion RC Field forever, because I never had to really compete too often with gassers and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Out of the hundreds and hundreds of videos we did, and that's no exaggeration, it's over 400, I think I did for them. There's probably not that many left anymore. But, I mean, there was very rarely did we have gassers there. And when we did, we would wait until they were down and done and going to wait a minute. So they would let us do it without, like, ruining the video.
Yeah.
These electrics, a lot of times, you rely on hearing them.
Yeah. That was the hard part on filming at the event this weekend, I thought it was going to be an electric event. It was more gas and turbine.
What was it broke up, bro?
Oh, the event I went to this week. I don't know why it keeps breaking up. Maybe I got my gain set weird or something.
Is it breaking up for you, Lori, or just me?
I haven't seen anything.
Guys, are y'all hearing me okay tonight? It's not cutting out or anything. Normally they'd be complaining like crazy if I was having an issue.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
There we go. I tried to adjust it maybe. But
I think it's just clipping.
Maybe. Because normally, like I said, they'll tell me if there's something wrong. You know that by now.
Yeah. Oh.
It'd have been like, you're skipping. But I hadn't seen nothing like that. So the event I went to this weekend, we went to a warbird fly-in, and I flew with Rich, and we had a great time. But it was, I mean, a lot of gassers and turbine and stuff, and I didn't expect that because most of the time I don't see them anymore at most of the events. But there wasn't this one, so. Yeah, and then I got to give a quick plug to Jerry McGee, too, guys. You guys, he was on Ryan's show a long time ago back at
June
Jet Jam. And he has a fly-in coming up. I'm going to grab my phone out real quick so I can check the dates, make sure I'm telling you right. February 6th through the 9th, 2020, at Mulberry, Florida, Imperial RC Club. He's going to be doing Florida E-Jets. Last year I won Best in Show there, and he said I better show up this year and defend my title. So I've got to bring something crazy this year. So
what'd you win with again?
I took the Freewing T45 and I had it all pimped out. You know, it had riveted and painted and everything. So he said this year I better see a full repaint. I was like, all right. So I'm probably going to be bringing my fully repainted A10. I don't know yet, or I might paint something for it.
How far away is that from you?
From here, it's in Lakeland, Florida. I know it says Mulberry, but it's basically Lakeland. And it's probably 35, 40 minutes. But we'll probably...
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Right, but we'll probably go on ahead and take the camper and stay out there for 4 days. I've noticed at flying events, especially ones like this one. This one's real laid back. This is... Well, you haven't been to Joe Nall. I was going to say, this one's a lot like Joe Nall, where like all the guys are just hanging out. It's not super rule-oriented where it's just like, oh my God, every time I fly, they yell at me. These guys just haven't.
Yeah.
You've been there. But it's, you know, they fly safe and everything, but it's just not like, you can only fly left to right, and if you're the only one in the air, it doesn't matter. You got to follow all the rules, and you know. Anyway, it's a good time, guys. I highly recommend this show. I think last year was the second time, but it's a phenomenal show. And
nice.
Awesome paved runways out there. They've got a north-south and east-west paved runway.
Oh.
And one of them is, I think, 400 foot. I mean, it's a long paved runway. It's nice. Good flying stations, toilets, all that. So I think we're going to take our RV out there, though. Papa just bought a 43-foot semi-truck trailer of an RV. And... So he's probably going to take that out there, and I've got the new trailer now, so we'll take that and take all the planes and everything. So it's going to be a really good time. Last year, RC Jet Dude came. I think Andy was there last year from RC Jetworks. No, it was Sean was there from RC Jetworks. And,
right.
And RC Jetworks is coming again this year. I've already heard they're confirmed. So, I mean, it'll be a good show, guys. If you're in the area, February, get away from the snow for a little bit and come over to beautiful Florida. You know, our winters are terrible here. I think it was, today it was really freezing, wasn't it?
Shut your mouth.
I think it was 80 degrees today. We were freezing.
Shut your face.
And there's a cold front coming through. Everybody was complaining they were going to have to wear a jacket tomorrow. What is it? I forgot.
High 60.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow, bro. That's going to be freezing.
Shut up.
I'm gonna need a freaking parka tomorrow.
Look at me. I'm wearing this lumberjack stuff.
I might look like that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, pushing 60.
That's right.
Jeez.
I'm gonna have to grow my beard out.
Right.
I'm getting too cold.
That's all right. You in the summer when your face is melting off, I don't say anything. But
that's because it's still hot in Indiana. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, but not like it is there. Swamp ass.
I will say it feels good for it finally have cooled off. I'm glad winter's here.
Yeah. Florida's great in the winter.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. From now till like February, March, like into April. From now till into April, it's absolutely gorgeous. Then like April 1st, it's like boom, 98 to 100% humidity and rain like crazy, and you're swamping. But you can fly year round.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
It's all right. You just need to come visit. There you go.
I know, and I would love to.
Let's see. It's 30 degrees and snowing. Yeah, I'm seeing everybody here. It's freezing. Dennis Farley, he's in Texas. It's only 60 degrees in Texas, too.
Yeah, man. I like it when I go to Texas. You got a new nickname, I think.
What's that? Swamp ass. Hey, Guniac, what's up, man? Dude, hey, speaking of Guniac, I know you've got his burners, too. I've got his laying here on the table. We're going to review it. I don't know where I put it. I was going to whip it out, but I don't know where it is right now. There it is.
You moved it.
Dude, Guniac, I got your afterburner here. We're going to give you a good, fair review, too. It's here. I think it's hilarious, dude. I opened it up, and, like, candy and stuff came flying out at me. So I guess that's like his signature thing, right?
What
for the Guniac afterburners? Did you have candy in yours too?
I don't remember if I did or not.
I think he sends it to everybody, but yeah, I had a bunch of suckers come flying out of it when I opened it. Anyway, dude, I got it. We're gonna be reviewing it shortly. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Dude, I think the afterburners are sweet.
They are. They're neat.
It's definitely. I'm trying to think how to explain it, but it's definitely one of those like. If you want to modify your airplane, it's one of the easiest things to do. That's just like at a show, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, look at that."
Man, easy and so scale.
Right.
Before we were seeing suspension on airplanes, that was the first mod I would always do: is tires or landing gear. Not to be scale, but to be functioning.
I can't remember which one this is for. Is the only bad thing. I think it's for the F-18.
Is it a double?
No, it's a single. I think the double thing's the Ryan or Ron thing.
Okay.
I don't think Guniac does the doubles, but Guniac, remind me which one this is for since you're right there. I gotta remember. I think this is for the E-Flight F-18 though. Dude, it's so bright though.
Man, I put mine on. I put Guniacs on my E-Flight F-18 before the Maiden even, because I just wasn't sure when I was going to get a chance to get it out again.
Let's see. Laurie's gonna put me. There you go, guys. Here's my Goonie.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's the Goonie. A little bit different setup than the competitions. This one actually has a switch too.
E-Flight F4.
F4. Okay, there you go. Good. I got a brand new one coming right now. The first one came to a demise, unfortunately.
Same engine. I mean, it would have worked on either, right?
There you go. Yeah, it should work on both then. It's the E-Flight
Nice.
burner. But there you go,
You know
guys.
what's really cool? I love how you can detach all the wires, so you're only running one up through the fuse.
All the other crap goes up in the front, and it's the same setup, guys. You've got. Oh, she changed me again.
There.
You plug this into your balance port. Just to give him a quick shout out, the guy was nice enough to send it out to the boozers. You got your little controller module and an on-off switch. So there you go. We'll do a full show on it though. But shout out,
Nice.
I got it. It's here.
Yeah, man.
Gonna try the Goonie. But I think he sends the candy to everybody.
And he said he had some leftover Halloween actually.
Oh, I thought when I watched Dave, he had candy in his too. You should make that a thing now, Goonie. You should send candy in every one of them. We'll call you the Candy Man.
The Candy Man.
With fiery booties.
Candy Man, who can take a sunrise?
Who can take a sunrise?
Sprinkle it with dew.
Uh-oh, we're starting to sing. Everybody's going to start flipping out here in a minute.
Oh, we're at
Let me
that
go.
2-hour
Let me-
mark. It's the sing-song time.
There was.
Let me go. Glass eye, Sammy Davis Jr. style.
I'm Ray Charles. They say I'm Ray Charles the way I land lately.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
I'm glad we're adults only now. We can say whatever we want.
Yeah, man. Kids, beat it.
Yeah, beat it, kids.
Beat it, kids. You bother me.
Edward and Gloria Jensen, our Hellbilly RC. It's good to see you guys back again. They were a winner of ours last week.
Nice.
I think they got some stickers, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to watch along too, though. I've had a good time tonight, man. I always have a good time when you're here. Fiery booty with some candy. That's right.
That's right.
I think that was a stripper's
Yeah,
name.
man. I actually, I've got a new little component for my E-Flight F-18 that I'm gonna get put in there.
Yeah?
And see, yeah, I had a flicker with mine, and he figured out why and sent me another component. So we're gonna go. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I had a little flicker on my F-18, and I mean I haven't really. That's the first afterburner I put in anything,
Mhm.
and so I didn't know it wasn't
Supposed to do that.
Yeah, right. So he's like, "How'd you do that?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know."
It's just how it is.
I just did it. So he's like, "Well," and we talked back and forth a little bit, and he had me try some things, and it boiled down to I think the board, the widget.
Yeah.
So he sent me a new widget because when I did it directly and bypassed the widget, it was solid. So it was something with the
A little
programming or
programmer.
something. Yeah, man.
Nah, it's cool.
So I got a new one, and I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna run that. He did me a solid too the other day, man. I was really impressed with it. It reminded me of something you would do, Wesley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came on and ran the OBS studios for you.
No, he just he just did a solid for me.
Yeah,
Man.
can't say what it
could've-
is, kind of thing.
Well, I can. He knows he could have went someone else, and I gave him my blessing to save on shipping, but he wanted to support Pilot Ryan Media,
Oh,
so
cool.
he made the choice to go that way.
Cool.
And that's cool. Apparently I've sold a couple burners for him.
Nice.
In it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fun. Yeah, solid cat, man. I'm getting up it. I feel like one of those cats that's like close to some camera but doesn't know it's watching.
I'm a mile away from mine. I have to get Lori. Lori, zoom me in real quick. Let's show them. We got it worked out now. We got this figured out. So we've kind of redone all of our OBS now to where if you just saw it, it's an overlay. So he can see stuff you guys can't, but she can do this now.
Oh, nice.
And it's a cutout on the picture. So now I can come up here with Ryan too if I need to. And
Oh yeah. Do
bam.
it. Do it,
See,
man.
now I'm right here talking too.
Well, normally I don't do this webcam
Yeah.
on the like a webcam, but I knew I was jumping in on the show while the show was going on, and if I went with my new rig, we'd have been fighting audio.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to just go with Old Faithful, you know what I mean? For what we're doing.
My new Logitech 922 webcam is 10. I swear I don't know why, but it's 10 times better than the 920 I have.
I don't remember which one I have. I don't know.
What color is
Dude.
the light on it?
White.
922.
Was that the new one?
Yeah, and it's awesome.
I got two of them.
On-
The top cam's the same thing too.
Well, I have the 920, which was blue, which was always fuzzy and pissed me off. I couldn't even watch my own show when it was over. And then, honestly, now I'm looking at this 922, and I'm like, why did I even get a nice camera? This is okay.
It's really, I've been really impressed with this. I mean, even right now,
Looks
I'm
good
zoomed
on you.
in, and it still looks great. And it's nice now the way we got
good.
it set up because she can move it all over the place. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Guys don't care about the camera stuff. Me and you.
I figured that out.
Me and you
man.
can.
I figured.
I
that
saw you
out,
do it
how
one
to do
night.
that.
I saw you do it one night, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. So now I've got
Or
it
you
to
can-
where,
Pan and tilt and zoom in the thing.
yeah. And so now she's
Not
got-
even in OBS.
Oh yeah,
You can do it in the camera.
yeah. I've seen that too. But
Click transform on properties. Click transform.
yeah. Well, I'm digging.
Nerding out.
I know we're nerding out. Sorry, but I'm digging it just like this. It's easy. Lori can throw it, and like now I'm big. So, because usually I'm 9 miles away whenever we're doing these, because the camera's way over there. But I like it out there where they can get the full thing. I like my.
Hey man, I like it.
like the-
I like it that you're close now because I can give you a hard time. So when did Jean-Luc Picard called? Says he wants his chair back.
You like that, dude? Everybody loves my chair, dude. This isn't
That's
even,
cool.
this isn't even half it, dude. I can put my feet out. Hang on.
What's more impressive is the spandex and tucking in your t-shirts.
You like that?
Li-
I told you
Yeah,
it
you
wasn't
mentioned that
spandex
last
though.
night.
It was
Sheepskin. That's nice.
Dude,
See you later.
I'm laying down
I'll
now.
take it.
Look at that.
I'll take it from here.
Bam! Y'all can take it. I'm taking a nap real quick.
Check out that P61
Dude,
up in
yeah.
there.
Check that out. Dude, it's all riveted up. I got my custom Boozer nose art on it already. I got
Nice.
Betty Boozer up on the nose.
Nice.
S-
That thing is a spaceship, dude.
Dude, sorry guys if you were wanting a Betty Boozer shirt. She's gone now. I got Teespring decided that half of my artwork was copyrighted for some reason. So any of the girls that were on there, even though
What?
like all of them are hand painted by Dad, I know they're not copyrighted. Anyway, they all got hit this week. So every girl on Teespring got took down this week. So I've got to call them and fight with them over it. So squadron patches are still
Makes me
there.
mad.
If you want a Boozer girl, you can go to Cali Graphics right now and buy them. But as far as T-shirts, you can't get any of those right now. From the girls, you can get squadron patches, but no girls right now. So.
They're BSing you, dude. That's not what it is.
That's what it said. It said the suspicious copyright potential, blah, 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 blah. And they took them all down. So, whatever. I can call and fix it this week, but I didn't. But yeah, the P61's freaking awesome, dude. And it's covered in rivets. You've seen it, right? Since it got riveted.
Oh, I stole your pictures off Facebook and used them on Big No Social.
So I got to get it built this week. So I scrammed last week to get the FMS Tiger Cat done this week, and I wanted it painted and everything for. Is it weird that I'm just laying down talking to you right now?
A little bit, yeah.
Hey guys, if y'all are here, I'm just BSing now, so I hope you enjoy it.
A little bit.
I hope you're enjoying the show tonight. We're just here hanging out in Captain Picard's chair, having us a beer. I mean, whatever we're drinking.
That's a good idea.
But dude, it's the Boozer Show. You can have booze on here.
Dude, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna try to find the P6. Anybody want a P61?
Yeah.
Link.
You can send me one for free. Oh wait,
I already did, Turkey.
I need a Gloucester Meteor next since you're in the giving mood.
Well, let's see you get done with the P61.
This week,
Turkey.
this bad boy's happening. I want to release our videos together on it. I know you said you're getting yours put together right now.
It's together. I'm replacing a servo.
Right now?
Well, right now I'm goofing.
Yeah.
Right now I'm goofing around on a live stream somewhere.
Yeah, I understand. I haven't even put power to mine yet. I got to do it. I got it. It's fitted all together. I was making sure everything fit nice before it gets glued. I got to glue it all, and then I got one little piece to trim right here. The only thing I'm really having to trim on it is this, because my guns.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut the foam out a little bit right here where the wires go. Then I can come right up in here with the receiver, and I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. I've had 10,000 other things. The kit's pretty. I mean, it's a neat-looking airplane.
It really
and then,
is.
I didn't put the pilots in mine. I painted it blue instead on the canopy. I did that translucent blue.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
One day, I swear, one of these oddball-looking planes,
Lord.
I'm going to paint up like something Star Wars.
Top shot it real quick, Laura. Check it out, guys. It looked really cool.
These rivets are to die for.
Look at the blue, though. So it's like a faded blue. Yeah, and then the rivets. I don't know if they're coming across. Yeah, look at that.
Dude. So that silver pin idea, holy moly.
Holy
look
moly.
at that.
And on a Corsair, there was a guy on Facebook that did it. I can't remember his name. But I saw it a few minutes ago when I was looking, and he did this on a blue Corsair, and it looked so good.
Dude,
He's one of our guys. I can't remember who he was, though. He's probably in here right now.
Dude, it was the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Strafenvassel.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called, but that's what I call it. Strafenvassel is that thing they give you on an airplane when you fly somewhere, I
But
think.
yeah, look at the blue windows. Don't they look good?
They do.
You know, I was going to do the cockpit detail and everything, and I was like, I hadn't done blue windows in forever. And I just wanted to do it on the spaceship airplane. And I thought they looked good. Like I said, I got the Boozer girl up here. We got Betty Boop out there on the front.
Copyright.
That's right. Take it down. Copyrighted. My airplane. I'll do what I want. But yeah, I got to put the red. I got to put the red up here on the top. The P61 always has the red lines up here. They look really cool. There was that.
B Drew 247. I just dropped the Tiger Cat link as well.
Okay. Tiger Cat.
I'm working it in the chat, G. Sorry, man.
It's okay. It's all good.
Hustler,
Yeah.
baby.
There it is, guys, though. Thanks to Pilot Ryan for sending us that one.
You're very welcome, man. And I can't wait till, you know what? Don't wait on me. If I don't get it up in the air, then you'll have to just go for it.
I just was trying to get, like I said, okay, you can go back to the front, Laurie.
I got mine over here. Mine's still just straight up black. I haven't done a thing to it.
Yeah, I got that all done. It's all riveted now. The bombs are painted too. You couldn't see them in there, but the bombs they're green now instead of being black because it just looked kind of cooler.
Oh, nice.
The drop tanks are still black, but the bombs are green.
I really love that you customized that one like that for me, for you, because it's a blank slate. These planes that come where you put your own decals on,
I like it that way.
Are they're just artist palette and canvas, man. I mean, you can do whatever you can think of.
It's
on
going to be
them.
really cool. The other thing I want to do is paint the gear. They're white right now. I'm going to paint them silver. So it won't take much. Just get a paintbrush out. Because, you know, they've been silver, not white. But on newer planes, they're white. But on these old World War II planes, I'm going to paint those. And then I'm going to paint the inside of the wheel wells green. It's just fun. I like pimping them out, you know?
It makes a big difference, man. It makes a big difference. When I did the B-26.
Yeah,
I
flat
put
painted.
some. Oh, well, how nice was that? But I put Dave Brown tires on it, and then I put some of the Robarts on there, and really slickened it up. You know what I mean? Where you don't see the wheel collars anymore, and all that good stuff. A little bit more scale. Uh, and I dirtied up the struts. I didn't leave them white, but I didn't go with a color either. I just dirtied them up, you know.
There you go.
The Tiger Cat's amazing. I can't. So you guys got some video for coming out on that?
Oh,
soon?
dude, the video we got is just, it was stupid. Me and Rich, we were both on fire that day for some reason. And I don't think, we took off, we were kind of big separation, and then once we got together, we stayed right on each other the whole time. And we came across, and if you've ever flown with Rich, you know that his first thing he does is go inverted, and we're together. And I'm like, talk to me, Goose, you're inverted. He's like, I know, I need a figure in there flipping them off upside down.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it was great. And then we had some pictures at the beginning of the show flipped through it. And I mean, there were the inverted passes. That's actually us were inverted, not the picture upside down.
I saw that.
Together.
RC Air Marshal. The Dubro low bounce tires are cool, but the Robart tires, you can scale them up and hide the circlip or the collar, which is pretty sweet. The one thing too I like about the Robarts over the Dubro is every time I use the Dubro low bounce tires, I have to get a piece of brass and make a sleeve so the tire fits on the axle without wallowing around. There's these bushings that come with the Robart ones, so that are various sizes. So no matter what axle you have, you can actually make it work without having to buy a piece of brass, cut it down, stuff it in, and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of all, hide your hardware, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, I like Wild Bill right now. Glad you guys have these live streams. I can only watch so many bikini try-on videos.
John Graham, man, no, the P8 did not get up today. We had crap weather. He's actually in his studio finishing decals and doing all that stuff. We can't wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah, flag bait was cool. And Dad actually got to see the real flag bait here
Don
a few months
Willman
ago.
has my flak bait.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I saw your dad when he was doing the flak bait on that video, because I was like, yeah, man, that's where I got my picture. I mean, Smithsonian, dude, 200 missions. As a neat story.
Yeah, and
that video might still be up.
I'm trying to think. They moved the Memphis Belle here lately too. Speaking of famous planes, and I don't remember where it is now, but it used to be in Memphis forever. It sat right out by the river, and it was going to heck. And they moved it and restored the whole airplane. They just opened a new museum for it now. So I'm trying to think where that one is. That's another one I'd like to see though eventually. I don't know if all the guys in here enjoy the museum videos, but I'm going to do a bunch more of them and they can watch them.
No, you should do it. Don't worry about it. Do
But,
it for you. Do it for...
We want to do the Pensacola Air Museum. I'm going to do Kermit Weeks because Kermit Weeks is 10 minutes from my house. I mean, duh.
Awesome.
Fantasy of Flight.
Awesome.
Have you ever seen the Fantasy of Flight?
No, but I know who Kermit Weeks is.
So if you make it out here one of these days, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go over to the Fantasy of Flight for a day if you come here. I know it's weird to go there from flying if you're here, but we're gonna do that one. It's one of those things you have to see at once.
I get it.
It's
Hey, let me answer something. You mind?
no, go for it.
Hey, RC Air Marshal. Yeah, check out the Robart tires. You're on Instagram now, RC Air Marshal. So look back on my profile. What's cool about the Robarts also is obviously they're going to come in various sizes, but there's the diamond tread selection or the smooth tread selection, and each set of tire comes with either the mag cap or the smooth cap, so you can go with whatever you want. So I did a super duper custom job on the E-Flight T6 and made it a Harvard. Look back in my Instagram and look at those wheels. Those are Robarts with the smooth caps and the smooth treads. So you can get diamond or smooth. They're still rubber, just like the low bounces you like, but they're not a captive air. But they also scale up your planes a lot. My Flightline P38 has Robarts on it as well, with the what I like to call the moon caps, the smooth caps. Um, I think they're stellar. I think they're neat, and they probably don't weigh quite as much as the low bounce. Low bounce. One more thing. The low bounce things, they're always so balloony that they rub against the darn strut if you don't space them out. The Robarts tend to not need that. So anyway, I'm the reason that Robarts are at Motion. I don't know if they still are, but
Okay.
Well, yeah.
You like him, is what you're saying.
Well, I made it happen. My middle name is Robart. So
Pilot Robart Ryan?
Pilot Robart Ramsey. Yep.
That's right,
No, they're
Ramsey.
good.
Sorry, not Ryan. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
George Baker did a lot of cool stuff with some Robarts, which I think is what put him on the radar for me. I was like, man, those are slick. And
I hadn't seen George on any of the stuff lately. I wonder how he's doing.
he's got such a thing going on in like real life. I don't know if he needs the internet much.
This is true. Dude,
You know what I'm saying?
I want his hanger.
Holy moly.
Anything you can think of hanging off of that ceiling.
Half of it's mine. I sold it to him.
That's probably
No, I'm
true.
kidding.
No, and last time I saw him, he had a big OV10 he was working on, and he's got some crazy stuff. Him and RC Jet Dude, they got some crazy stuff. Dude, that Apache was nuts. Yeah.
See, I've met Steve, but and I've talked to George loads, but I haven't ever been in the same place with him.
Yeah. Come to Null. Stop messing around. You need to do that one too.
Yeah,
Joe Null, you got to do that one.
I know.
You need to do Joe Null.
I'm cheap.
And you'll meet them all.
I was, you know what, man? I get burnt. I was supposed to be at Joe Null, and we got rained out the one time in 40 stinking years.
Right.
And that was when I was on my way out. That was going to be like a big hurrah. I couldn't wait.
Dude, that is it turns into a mud bog there, so be glad you didn't get it rained on there the whole time.
I know it. But George was there already. He's like, man, folks are already asking about you stuff.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Too bad.
Too bad.
That's okay. You're going to come with the boozer this time.
Hey, look at those lights.
That's right. Yeah. That was hilarious. Oh, my God.
I kind of did that last night a tiny little bit.
Did you? Yeah, look at the lights. Look at the lights. God.
Yeah, totally.
Dude.
How can you not?
James has the funniest, I don't know how to explain it, but when you're around him, he's just always 1,000 miles an hour, and he's hilarious. I mean, you get a little taste of it when you see him on the videos, but he's a hilarious cat in real life. I enjoy being around him.
I had a great time with him too.
So
we our first thing, it was actually before it was really official. We went and did Grapevine, Texas. We did the Warbirds Over Grapevine benefit, where they invited me and Mike to come. The club in Texas, and no one even knew James was working there. But he was, and he had just started, and it was like, you know what? I think that was one of his first coordinated efforts. One of many, I know he was doing some other stuff behind the scenes, but so we turned that. He turned that into a bigger deal than it was gonna be, and it ended up being a really good time and a great video to wrap up the event, and we had a ball. So we were really. I always felt really fortunate for. I mean, some guys would get nervous and weird about having somebody come in and do the same thing they're doing, like you're losing your job or something. But it was like it was totally all right. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fun.
And
He's
the
fun.
other guy that films too, Alex. I mean, I really enjoyed the time I got to spend with him. You know,
I like him too.
Yeah,
I like
the
him
guys
too.
are great. So, Motion's a wonderful place. I mean, I love the company and they make great products. So, you did it for a long time, you know it. But I like all toys. I like all toys though.
I said something funny last night. I was like, man, I wish I could make videos for those guys or something. Oh yeah, wait.
Oh wait.
Nah, man, great time. I will always be appreciative of that time.
You know, you got to do something that a lot of people dream of, and I mean, be thankful for what you had, kind of thing. You know, dude.
100%.
You're gonna look back on that the rest of your life and think, dude, I got to play with RC airplanes for a job for a while.
Life is presents us with those kinds of things all the time to think about, and 100% perspective is the determining factor on whether you win or lose. Because even a loss can be a win if you refuse to lose. So look, great time. I learned a lot there. It was awesome. I would be foolish to have any kind of bad feelings about it because I know what it did for me. Here we are.
We're hanging out. We're getting to do this still.
This whole thing happened by accident, and part of it being, I was held to a level of production that I went full steam on and made happen for a long time. That put me in this place where we all are here as a community now, and that's kind of cool. And I realized, regardless of where I was at, like there was something going on too besides, just them, with me and Mike on camera and just the videos we were making. It was like, you know what, we got a community around us that's into flying planes, loves these things, maybe into driving trucks.
That's right. We're gonna find out. I'm working on mine right now, actually, as you're talking.
I'm not going anywhere, man.
Dude, none of us are. I'm here to stay. I hope you were saying it from the beginning, dude. I wouldn't help you all I do if I didn't believe in you. And we've had a good time together. Everything we do together. So right now, so a real cool little thing. I'm actually adjusting the shocks on this Axial Wraith. I just realized they're all the way out, and I've always wondered why it was so saggy everywhere. And I'm standing the suspension back up. So I've been going around this whole time while we've been talking, adjusting the suspension.
You know, those are the kinds of things that are tremendously valuable to people who don't know. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I think I alluded to it. Like,
I'll show you what I'm doing.
It's the same. Yeah, man, do it.
Top shot for a second.
It's the same thing. Go ahead.
I'm just going to show you. You can keep talking, but see this little collar here?
Yep.
See how, I'm trying to see. The spring is super loose in here. Let's see.
Okay.
And there's
yeah.
So the suspension set in there collapsed. So all you do is you take this little thing and you spin it down. See how it's
it puts tension on
See
it.
how it's compressing that spring now? So I've kind of figured out where I need it. And I'm just spinning it down and I'm making a match. And now my suspension stays up instead of just collapsing every time I touch it. So now I have some more suspension.
Nice.
You know? It just gives it that little bit of spring to it. It's still a crawler, so you don't want it super tight. And then I actually probably could put some new oil in it too. These are actually oil-filled shocks. You can actually unscrew the top of these right here, and you can put oil in these to make them softer or harder. But yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So now it had a bunch of play in it, but now it doesn't. This is what I was looking at earlier. That's why I said it looks like it collapsed. Well, it didn't. These springs were just in there so loose they kept popping off of this little carrier. See that little black piece?
Yeah.
The spring kept popping off it, and I was like, what the heck's going on? But now it's actually got a little tension on it. and they won't pop off.
Nice. Nice, man.
Toys. But now it's got a whole lot more suspension now. So.
A lot of you guys thought that. I'm looking at the comments. So back to the value quotient,
Sorry.
right? So no worries. So when I get online and I shop cameras or I look at these buggies and trucks and stuff, you can find all kinds of guys who are flying or sing the praises of whatever they're doing.
Right.
Right. This truck's awesome. This camera's awesome. What I want to hear is somebody tell me, this camera's awesome, but this truck is awesome, but and then get down and dirty and show me how you fill the oil in the springs. Show me how you fix the diff when it was all messed up. Show me how you replace parts. So Kevin Talbot, I love that guy, dude. I watch a lot of those videos a few times. Because I can't believe what these trucks are putting up with. But so he won't only just drive them, but like, dude is, he'll spend a day fixing 3 or 4 of them in a video. And then it's like, all right, cool. Because for me, it's the first time I've seen these things apart. And just like.
And there's 1,000 pieces to them.
There's 1,000 pieces to them, but it's the same thing for when. What I think is no big deal about changing a servo in an airplane is giving that kind of same value to someone else.
Somebody else is going, oh my God, I broke the servo.
Those suspension strut videos, those were a son of a gun to make, dude. Mm-hmm. But they were like very helpful to a lot of people. So what happens when you see those videos, the value people get from watching them is they have the confidence to tackle it themselves.
Because they say, oh, it's easy to do it.
And it takes me stepping out of my own little world of flight and watching these other guys to realize how powerful the things we do over here are. I told Bobby, I was like, look, it's wintertime. If you're fixing something, put a camera on it. I'll tell you the same thing, man. If you got the time, put a camera on it and give that value. You know, my Corsair foam repair video will probably be popular forever.
Right.
And there's more than one way to skin a cat, dude, but that's how I did it. Just like the guy who wants to give me a hard time for using channel locks to do a prop nut. It was the thing closest to me. Big freaking deal. But still, you get to see it done, and you get to see what you're dealing with. And so don't forget it. You guys who want to do YouTube.
It's not all fun and games, but you got to do.
It's not all glamorous.
But you got to do the hard stuff, too.
You give that value when you get down and kind of humble yourself is a little bit what it is, but also just being aware of your position. We always wanted to be like, look, I've said it before, man, Motion's an online hobby shop. We wanted to be like the hobby shop. So I finally, I didn't start off that way, but I watched myself do a couple build videos where it was a wide shot and I'm telling you what I'm doing and it's all down here behind the dark side of the moon and you couldn't see what I was doing. I was like, this is the worst video I've ever seen. Nobody can see what I'm doing. So I finally got over it and figured out how to, like, okay, say hi and then bring the camera in and show folks what you're doing. Because if you're trying to be an online hobby shop, that's what folks need to be seeing. Hey, I hear my mommy calling. She's got a fat tire for me. She said let Wesley talk for a minute.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Dudes. Well, yeah, I agree with them, guys. And let's see what's going on in the comments right now. Let's see. Kuko's crying. I'm trying to check what's going on. What's that beat noise? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope you're really enjoying what we're doing here for you. And like I said, we got the trucks now. We still got the cars. And we've got the planes. We're not quitting doing airplanes or anything, but it's just another facet of the hobby. There's no reason not to try it all. And you know, you could look at a truck and go, that's going to be boring, and then you try it and absolutely love it. So I can't recommend enough. Just try it. Get one. And I mean, right now is a great time. This little truck right here, if you're coming in late, we did a full unboxing on it. When the video gets done, it'll be up again. You can check out the beginning. But this is the Vaterra, right? I don't know the names of these things near as well as I should. But Vaterra Ascender.
Yeah.
And
Vaterra.
Yeah, this thing, here you go. Lori's popping it up on the screen for a second, guys. $199 right now. It's a smoking deal. This is normally $350. But right now, through Horizon Hobby, I don't know if they actually updated this on Amazon. I believe the only price you can get it at this price is for Horizon Hobby. And it could be that it's coming up on the end of its life, but the Vaterra Ascender is just the frame in here isn't going anywhere. They're probably getting rid of this body and going to a new body style, because they also make this truck in yellow, and the frame rails are adjustable on this truck to where you can change your wheelbase. So they have one that's yellow called the Vaterra Ascender Chevrolet pickup truck or something, and the body is in a different position, is the only difference. But the internal workings of it are all the same. So parts are going to be around forever for these. It's kind of like the Axial SCX10. They make the same body or the same chassis for a long time, but you get different wheels, different bodies with the different ones. They got to spice it up every once in a while and put a new body out, or everybody's like, oh, I've had that truck, you know. And some guys don't want to do it. But you can always buy this one for $200, beat this body up, and go get you a new body for $30 and have whatever you want. I've got a Ford F-150 body in there that'll fit right on this. So it's a great way to, if you have been on the fence about getting an RC crawler, this is a great way to get into it and get a really nice truck for a budget value. Because, I mean, you look at a Banggood truck, you're going to pay this price for it right now. So, for real. So, this is a great, great value right now. If you've wanted a crawler, this is your time right now. Get off the fence and buy this truck, because this is a smoking deal for this little truck. And it's only good till tomorrow. This sale ends tomorrow morning, so.
I was kind of getting to it earlier, where just like airplanes, you want to get something that you can stay into for a while, right, and know is going to be supported.
Don't get any junk.
Man, I think, you know, if I get Banggood trucks, and they probably run good one time, and I'll probably have a ball with it, but geez,
there goes $50, and you know, 5 of those, and you could have had one of these, and this thing will be around. This thing will be around forever. This truck is like 3 years old now, and it still looks great because I put a new body on it, and I put new axles and stuff, and it's ready to rock again.
And the guys who like to fidget and fiddle, there's always upgrades to these things you can do.
Motors. This one right here. This is basically they're both Horizon Hobby products. This one's an Axial, and this is the Vaterra. But like this one's got the plastic 4-links. This one's got the metal. You can see them all under there, and that's just they don't come with it. I did them, and that's the half of the fun is, man, you can do whatever you want to these little trucks.
I tell you what, man, there's some guys who are doing you know, like talk about 3D printing for cosmetics on airplanes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
there's guys who have access to milling aluminum and things who are making just some neat stuff on these trucks.
All the little shovels and jack stands and, I mean, anything you think of. The little running boards, they're welding them up out of aluminum. Dude, I saw a guy one time that made a fool's, like, he bought the rails, and then everything else down to the axles he had made himself out of billet aluminum, and he had like cut them all out and everything on a lathe. You know, he used the axles and the frame rails, and that was all that he used in building the kit. And
that's sick.
As far as all the linkages and everything, he had made it all himself, and I mean, it was crazy. So the sky's the limit on what you can do to these little trucks. And it's something different, guys, you know?
Yeah, man. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. It's fun, though. We want it to be fun. And you're going to see Miss Lori. You're stuck? On what?
I'm hooked on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, me too. So me and Miss Boozer are going to go out and drive these somewhere, probably in the yard first. But you're going to see us take them to one of the more premier crawler locations is here up just north of Wildwood, Florida, called LLZ.
Cool J.
No, it's like LL. I forget what it's called. It's LLC Crawl Zone.
Thank you, Lori.
But anyway, they have like a town built for these things, like little gas stations and rivers going through it, and I mean it's crazy. And we're gonna go up there with our little crawlers and play with them. I'm even gonna talk Papa Boozer into going when we go. He's not into the trucks, but I'm gonna get him into them.
It only takes once, man.
Yeah, he'll say he's not into it. I know my dad. He'll try it and he'll say, "Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can stack them up here. Look at that. That's pretty cool." I've been playing with it, Lori. I know you can't.
I can't wait to. I'm gonna get one with some spunk, dude. I can't wait. And once I figure out how to make them flip and stop and stuff. I mean, these guys launch them.
Oh my gosh!
It blows my mind. They launch them and they're able to get them to land on all four every time, just like a cat.
I'm good at landing them on their tops and breaking stuff. That's why I'm more into crawlers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just learned the terminology like 2 days ago.
Right.
You know, the difference in a way between them. I always knew there was something, and so I kind of took my time before I bought something. Because I see this stuff on Instagram, but it's always crawlers.
Dude, they're popular.
They are, and they're cool, and they're scale. I mean, they look really, they can really doll them up, and they look super nice. But what to me looks like fun is beating them up, bashing them.
Out of them.
Man, listen, if my kid doesn't get left and right correct when we're driving a truck, it's not a big deal like it is on a plane.
Right.
I actually am waiting on a DX6i from one of my patrons donating it to us, our buddy Mike Kennedy, to buddy box with my boy. So I don't have to worry about left and right as much.
Right.
But we put a little Ranger in the other day. Craig Beaven, no news yet. No news yet on the Neffy replacement Pilot Ryan fly-in, but we'll figure something out. Man, it's crazy. We got these things that keep getting in the way called regular jobs.
I know. Doesn't it suck? I just want to quit my regular job and play toy RC stuff like all day.
Man.
Once we figure out how to play RC nonstop, it's going to be a great day.
It sure will.
And it's happening. Me and you are figuring it out one of these days.
I'm telling you.
We're taking it over, and we're going to be the RC something, take over the world, quit our jobs, and play all day.
I can taste it, and it's good.
It's happening.
I've been so close.
Ugh.
Hey, RC Air Marshal. I shouted this out last night, but the F-15, we were talking about the tops of the ventral fins.
Okay. I got one of those sitting over there too.
Vertical stabs.
Yes.
But the different size.
Yeah, I've noticed that before. I've got that same plane. I still haven't flown it though.
Dude, I can't believe I haven't put this thing together for as long as I've been wanting it.
Yeah, mine's the same way. I think I can go get mine. It's right around the corner, but it's big once it's together.
Dude, I've got the 9-blade, the new 90mm free wing fan to go in it.
I've still got the old one in mine, and I'm probably going to change it. After flying that F-16.
Yeah. I bought this ARF Plus.
Yeah, I know you did.
So and then
you said you were going to put an FMS fan in it, I think.
I was gonna just to make it light, and I was like, you know what? I'm too busy. I don't want to carve it up. Let me just put a free wing unit in there. Jason Rigney bought a JP setup to upgrade something he had, so he donated the 9-bladed 90 to us, and so that's what I'm going to use. Now I got to get an ESC, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Well, Broseph, I think it's about time. I'm not record-breaking streams like you. Dude, 4.5 hours last night. Whoa.
Dude, it was 5. But 10 minutes at the beginning was just letting the room fill up.
Right. That's why it was so long, was that 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm starting to do that because...
Dude, I like it. Throw some music on, some pictures.
No, you guys are doing a good job with that, and I won't keep you, but... No,
it's all good.
Yeah, because what happens is I want to come out the gate hard, But if I just start the stream, when I start the stream, I kind of just linger a bit and then and I don't know when to really officially start, and I kind of just finally get to it, and then I go. It's kind of soft launch. But if there's 66 cats in the room before I flip the widget off, and then here we are, I can hit it like gangbusters.
Right.
So some of you guys will notice. I mean, you can edit that in YouTube after the fact, so that 10 minutes of nothing
is gone.
I cut out. Yeah, I cut it out. So there's like maybe 5 seconds, 2-3 seconds of the logo deal, the hanger rats.
Can you cut it out like after the show's over, without having to re-download it and then put it up?
Yeah, bro, I did it. Go, just watch the beginning.
So
of the
you can. I didn't know if you could do that without having to download the whole stream and then re-upload it.
No, YouTube beta. Click editor, and then you can cut that son of a gun wherever you want.
Oh, that's cool. So I might start cutting the beginning of our show out then. That first, we play that little song for a minute. I don't know. That's getting to be something that everybody knows our show for, though.
If you're wanting to have the replay pop off right away, cut that minutia at the beginning, or not. Like most of mine, I leave unlisted, honestly. So I honestly don't care what happens. But like last night, being the AL37, isn't that what it's called?
Right, the airliner. They said just to call it the airliner.
I some designations I'll never remember. Like Warbirds, I'll never forget. But AL3,
I'll never remember that as long as I live. I called it the airliner. In any video you ever saw me flying it in, I was like, it's the airliner.
Well, for SEO, I'm gonna call it both, and I want it to pop off, so I'm leaving that one public actually. Until I get the build video done, which I shot from within it, which I think is cool, and then I'll probably unlist that video.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been letting mine just live out in YouTube land, and it doesn't seem to be hurting me too bad. So I don't know yet. It's
you know what they
9 ways to
I tell
another.
you what, folks are watching them, even though I put them on unlisted. They're on that playlist, so if they go to the home channel, they can get it.
Yeah, mine, I don't know. Mine still do good. So I'll probably end up doing the same thing eventually, putting its own section.
Well, look at the views. I'm still getting 1,000 views or something on these live streams after I've unlisted them.
Mine get to 600 or 700 too. I mean, I'm surprised that it gets as many views as they do. I don't know what tonight's going to do. We're going to find out if we're RC car guys or not, but it seems like our guys have enjoyed it. There's still a bunch of them in here commenting and playing along.
Yeah,
so
man.
I think our guys are going to come anytime we do anything, so it's going to be fun.
Man, next week we're going to review a wiffle ball bat.
That's right. One thing I wish they would have got right, though, gosh, they put my freaking marker light stickers, like, on the freaking quarter panel. I just noticed on this truck. On it, they shouldn't be there. Well, you can't see it. I forgot. One gripe here, and it's crooked. And I'm anal about this stuff. That's definitely crooked as hell. And it should be down here. Hey, I told you I was going to tell it when I see it stuff on here.
Yeah, man.
A little crooked on that. It's a sticker. Some lady in Vietnam put it on, so I'll give her a little bit of slack.
That or her kid.
Right. But other than that, one last shot of the pretty truck, guys. Isn't it beautiful?
That's nice.
It is pretty sweet. And the color, really, you can't see it unless you're down on it. But it's like a silver that turns to green. It's really pretty color. I think it's like an official, like, licensed Chevrolet color on this truck, too.
It totally is.
And it's sweet. Anyway, last little shot there. Sorry. I'll quit bothering everybody. What am I saying sorry to you for? This is my show. I forgot. I'm having too much darn fun tonight. I'm just sitting around hanging out with you. That's the bad thing. I get to BSing with you, and it's like I'm just sitting here hanging out with you, and I forget that I'm on. You know?
I know it.
It's funny. And you guys all get to come along for the ride every week, so I think that's what everybody likes, though, is the camaraderie and, hanging out with your buddies. It's getting to where this feels like I'm hanging out with 50 of my buddies every week, though. Like,
well, dude, I'd have been here anyway. You know what I mean? I'd have been in the chat here anyway.
I know, but it isn't it funny to you how it works like this now, though? I mean, like what you said, you get to where you're like, all right, let's do it. Like I was sitting in here 3 hours before the show started working on this, and I'm like, all right, is it a little show time? No, we got like 2.5 hours. I was like, oh dang, okay. And it just, you get to where you're foaming at the mouth to get to do it. When that music starts for me, I'm like, I'm running in here. I go, as soon as the music starts, I run to the bathroom and then I come back because I try not to have that happen again.
We were jacked yesterday. I mean, other than the airliner, we didn't have anything else on our radar, except we knew we were going to. It actually worked out while we were letting the glue dry to wrestle that darn giveaway out again.
Yeah. Giveaways are such a pain, but I still like doing them, but I don't.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't know.
I'm going to have y'all do them for me.
That's right.
I think.
That's right, yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Unstacking
I've been
my
thinking
trades.
about that.
There you go, bam.
It's like Pilot Ryan giveaway on someone else's channel.
Look at that. Flexing.
Let y'all flexing.
That's right.
So cool.
Dude.
So guys, so you'll have to start a playlist for Surface. I'm gonna do it too. And,
Yeah. And I'm going to do some
we'll see what
crawlers,
happens.
and we'll see what happens as far as... I'm pretty sure as soon as I watch you bashing something, I'm going to be like, all right, I got to have one.
Dude, you will. Dude, that bike track was so sick. I actually filmed it. So janky. I put my phone in my pocket like this.
And you're
Vertical. Vertical.
Right.
And of course, I'm driving it, looking around. It's not like I'm turning my body with the truck,
Right.
you know, all over the place.
Telling you, the secret is... I can show you now that I'm here. Take you one of
I know what he did.
Take you one of them iPhone holders and stick it right down here on your transmitter.
Yeah.
Right there. Like that, and then you can take and you just film like that. Point your transmitter where you want to film, brother. It's the way to go.
Yeah, man.
But
Awesome.
dude, I've had a good time tonight. I think we're gonna cut this off. It's about that time. It's the princess's bedtime.
2 hours. And
I'm not a hoss like you. I can't be on here for 5 hours.
I don't know how I do it, man. I'm exhausted.
I don't know how you keep people on for 5 hours.
I'm exhausted, and when you talked to me today, I was painting the house.
I know. I was like, you want to come on the show? You're like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But every time I ask you, you're like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden you're like, heck yeah, let's do it. I never have to worry about it. But
Yeah. You know what? After we talked, I got done painting for the day, and I took my boy, and we went and ran the truck out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So fun.
Well, all right, guys. Thanks as always. I've had a ball, Pilot Ryan. Thank you for hanging out with us. You want to count us out?
Give me a shout out. I need subs.
That's right.
Give me a shout out.
Go
Wesley.
sub to Pilot Ryan and let's see, Pilot Ryan Media Channel. I almost called you the wrong thing. I've been calling you one thing for forever now, and I gotta remember it's Pilot Ryan Media.
No big deal.
You know, the Ray-Ban Superstore of Pilot Ryan Media.
Yeah, man.
Get them on the Amazon store. That's right, PilotRyanMedia.com. I gotta finish the whole thing.
You know what? Santa's gonna be there from 9 to 5 tomorrow. Go to PilotRyanMedia.com and you can sit on his lap, talk about the first thing that pops up.
Oh man, it's going downhill quickly.
I'm sorry.
I don't care. We're adults now, remember?
Not for kids.
That's right. YouTube made it abundantly clear. We can say that kind of stuff now. So whatever. We're not for kids. PG-13 up in here.
Big Go Bobby, get to work.
That's right, Big Go Bobby. Get something put together. Go paint something.
Man, I should have been editing. I told Bobby tonight, I was like, I should be editing, but me and Wesley are going to talk about
We're going to
trucks.
talk about toy trucks, sorry. All right.
So funny.
Dude, get to editing videos. Guys, we've had a wonderful time. As always, fly with your friends, stream with your friends. That's the Boozer motto. Get out there and play with all your buddies. That's the big thing. RC is always more fun when you do it with a friend. And it turns out so is YouTube.
Oh my gosh, yeah, man.
So, Ryan, see y'all later, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.